man. Thanks for listening. Go fuck yourself. Ellis. Red the Dragon, Night Danger, Canada, Uncircumcised, Philanthropy, Stupid Stuff, Supercross, Hey, Nipple, Machete, Fashion, a scintillating bloodbath, Malicious Fury, Evil, Cannabis, Interesting Thing, Awesome, Radio. Baby, keep your mouth shut. Baby, baby, I'm trying to beat my butt. I swear I am normally a very gassy man.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah, I'm Will Pendarvis.
Live from Hollywood.
Awesome, on up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
Oh, don't get back.
Hey. Kinda sounded like I was Fat Albert. I think he died. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's great to be here. It's great to be alive and, of course, to have a job. And, of course, to know that my job is going to pay me more money next month thanks to that guy that, I mean, you could say lies, or you could just say exaggerates from time to time. I mean, I exaggerate all the time. You know what I mean? You gonna fire me? I'm a great guy. I'm not saying... I don't know what I'm saying. Neither does he. Sticky hands today. I'm nervous. I don't know why.
No particular reason.
I mean, besides Joe Perry potentially coming on the show, it's pretty nerve-wracking, I guess.
Is it?
I mean, that dude's pretty fucking mega, isn't he?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, then there you go.
Do you think that is what you are having a nervous reaction to? Because my guess is it's not.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I don't have an alternate theory, but Joe Perry is the coolest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as like he probably doesn't even want this accolade that I'm about to give him because he's too cool for the accolade. But
Yeah.
as somebody who's really into hair metal, he's the prototype for every single one of those guys.
Oh, really?
To me, more than Jimmy Page, more than Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, not so much the style of play, although that too, but just dude, there's no Slash without Joe Perry. Slash be the first guy to tell you that.
That's pretty funny because I saw them both playing next to each other.
Exactly. No, the guy there's the crazy, energetic lead singer running around, and then there's the guy with the mop of black hair, just being super cool on the side there. That's Joe Perry invented that.
Right.
And not only did he invent it, but he was still, he's still doing it. When the heyday of all the imitators came, he was still doing it just as well, if not better. I can remember him being on Saturday Night Live playing Janie's Got a Gun with, the fans blowing his hair back and him doing the guitar solo. And it's like, right, you're still better at this than all the guys who are, half your age ripping you off at this. So, yeah. And like I say, he probably does not even care to be reminded that he inspired a bunch of musicians that nobody but me takes seriously.
Right.
Yeah, he's the coolest.
Well, you think he walks good and shit?
Seems like it. I saw him smash a guitar on stage. It seemed like his body was up to the challenge.
I feel like that's quite a feat.
I agree. I mean,
you've really got to whip that thing down,
And I feel like Joe Perry plays...
Fucking box back up at you.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he plays solid guitars. For a little while there was a run of guitars that were really cheap.
I saw in the interview where he brought the guitar that somebody made it for him and he was in the crowd.
Yeah. Imagine. Well...
But he said the riff compelled him.
Yeah, it's going to happen from time to time.
Has the riff ever compelled you to slam a guitar in half?
I could never afford for the riff to compel me to.
Right.
But I did, what I will say is the very first guitar that I ever was gifted, the first guitar I ever had, a Kramer Starfighter model.
Yeah, that's a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
Starfighter.
Starfighter.
It was
yeah.
fucking gnarly. Those are like
Yeah.
250 right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
right. And I hadn't used it for years, and there was a band that played around New York that I really looked up to, and I gifted my guitar to that guy so that he could break it on stage.
That's real.
Yeah.
So did you get a good look at it when he snapped it in half? Were
I
you
was
up
at the
close?
show.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
he did it after the first song because it was such a piece of shit. Because what you're supposed to do,
Oh, right.
everybody knows.
Yeah, yeah.
You play the good guitar and then you bring the shitty one out at the end to break it.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, he just did it from the start, and so he immediately trashed the thing.
Right, because it was so bad for him?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but that's the closest I ever got.
It's got to be weird being the beginner of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I got a lot of questions that don't really involve music for that guy, so it's very mysterious. Because to me, I'm half in. The people that listen to the show, I know I have bumped into some of these people, and I've been around some of them, and then it's too much for me. I can't handle it. But I noticed that they are all friends, and I'm like, how friendly are they? How friendly are you if Johnny Depp is playing guitar with you? Or are you just Joe Perry and you play guitar and Johnny Depp is just on stage with Joe Perry? He just turns around and Depp's there and you're like, hell yeah, because Depp... Yeah, no, you got to be friends, right? It's got to be some sort of camaraderie.
They definitely hang.
Right, well then what's going on? Because I bet you he walks in here looking super young. He broke the guitar. I bet he looks great.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He did last time I saw him.
What are they doing?
When Aerosmith was making that album at Swing House. That wasn't that long ago. I used to see him around smoking cigars out in the parking lot. Hey, look.
How do he look? Yeah, okay.
He's looked the same for a long time.
Did he go to rehab?
I don't know. I'm gonna just go ahead and guess yes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Aerosmith famously flamed out in the late '70s, and everybody had to draw the line, as they said, which is what was the name of their comeback single.
Right.
So yeah, I'm guessing at least that one time to get off the smack.
I got woken up last night like 2 stunners where I woke myself up and I had I guess if I was 12 nightmares. Speaking of 12, do you see the fucking girl shot the kid at school in LA this morning?
Is that what's going on at Sal Castro Middle School?
Yeah. Fucking 12-year-old girl. I saw her get taken into custody and put in she was handcuffed and they put her away. 12-year-old girl shot a 12-year-old kid or a 13-year-old kid. Oh wait, 15. Sorry, 15. In the head at school, and then shot another girl in the wrist. She had a gun. 12. Sorry, 15. Because there are 12 and 15-year-olds that were in the mix. But anyway, that's what happened. That's what I saw in the news this morning. Wouldn't stop Los Angeles. Rightfully so.
It's horrible.
Yes, unbelievably. My kid is in there. 13. We're talking about.
Yeah, it's a middle school.
Guns.
Where is Salvador Castro Middle School?
It's not East. I think kind of East LA. Or not really, yeah.
All right, I gotcha. Guessing not in a great neighborhood.
Yeah, not really, I guess. But still,
Got you down there by historic Filipino town.
it's school.
All right. No, it's not that far out there. I get where we
Yeah.
are. I get where we are. Yeah.
It's kind of probably where it's going to be popular for those dudes that make coffee a lot. The beard dude.
K-Town adjacent.
Sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had this dream where a plane was going to crash and I was in it and I fucking jumped out of the plane and was falling where I was like, ah! And I woke up and I was like, man, uncalled for. Don't think about it, Jason. Just go back to sleep because I got school, got to take kids. So I'm like, can't be wasting time. Sleeping again, mind my own business. I don't remember what's going on. I'm swimming, and this is the worst part about it because I feel like I'm going to go on vacation in the water with my wife for her birthday. And I had a dream where I didn't mention that bit to her. Hopefully she's not listening. But I was swimming with you in a dream, and I was a fucking big dark thing came up near me, and I was like, whoa! And it touched me, and I was like, oh, fuck, because I thought it was a dolphin, and I'm like, fuck, you're joking me, it's a shark. And then Katie's next to me, and I'm like, move out of the way. And I see the big black lump in the water, and I'm like, fuck, man. And I go underwater, and I thought that I'd be able to see it as soon as I put my eyes underwater, but when I open my raw eyes underwater, I was like, I don't really see what it is. And then, ah! You know what I mean? Like it fucking bit me.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah! And I woke up again. I'm like, oh my God. That one I mean, there was two where it was like, I don't really feel like I am getting out of this wake-ups. And I was like, okay, maybe I take too much Alpha Brain, I don't know. But I was like, okay, cool, I'll go back to sleep. But they were stunners. Like, you know, when you do the, you know what I mean?
You jerk awake.
Yeah. Got me, man.
But you said that you had a nightmare like you were, I forget what age you said, like a kid. Do you feel like you're supposed to have outgrown nightmares? I have nightmares.
I just feel it's weird to say nightmare when you're a dude, when you're a man, because I don't really know. I mean, it's like
just say you had a bad dream.
I guess so, but I guess it's because they're always weird or strange. I guess if I thought about them later, I'm like, I guess that was a nightmare, but this one was just one of those. You know, when you watch a scary movie and they have like a storyline that's scary versus the
jumping out thing.
That was, you know what I mean? It was one of those ones because the rest of it. Because I mean, at one point I felt like we were on vacation.
Right. Yeah, I did the on an airplane at one point watching It.
Okay, yeah, because it has one of those.
That's pretty much a storyline.
I know which one it was too.
You do with the girl?
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a storyline thing.
I remember I was like, you're not going to get me in this particular bit where it gets me because it fucking times it's so good where I'm like, oh, maybe it is. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
And they haven't really been playing that game up to that
point. Yeah.
You kind of leave yourself open to that one.
That was excellent.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, I have nightmares. Bad dreams, whatever. I've been having ones where, like, the ones that get me are where they just carry over. Like, you can wake up and you can tell it's still going on. Like, you're like, until this storm cloud passes, I can stay awake for a half an hour, and if I go back to sleep, it's going to pick up right where I had a whole thing. I've never seen Walking Dead in my entire life, but I had a dream that I was in it, and I'm going to go ahead and say that my dream is probably scarier than The Walking Dead has ever actually.
Obviously, I haven't watched season 7. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, it was just horrible. It was absolutely
horrible. It's
horrible.
just dead people going, you know.
Gotcha. No,
in all kinds of ways. You got to really watch out for the teeth thing. That's the worst thing about him because as soon as that touches him, you're fucked.
Right.
So it's very like when he does, everybody's like, no, not that part. You know what I mean? You're really gonna watch out for that part touching you.
No, my dream was just more that like zombies were around, but we were sort of coexisting. Like I guess we built up like walls between our world and their world.
You sure you haven't seen?
Is that Walking Dead?
Yes, pretty much, kind of.
No, I haven't.
Right.
I haven't.
Well, you don't need to. You're living it.
Yeah, right. I get those.
Okay.
I think your body just needs to work through shit. You know, I've really been.
They weren't bad. Like it's funny when you brought up the ones that will stick with you.
Right, because you didn't have the vibe that lasted.
Yeah. Because and then even when I tell the story, I just remember thinking it was such a. I was like, wow, I'll tell Katie and somebody else that tomorrow because that really got me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like ones where you've had it where you sort of made a fake scenario that's happened and you wake up and you go, that did not happen. It's a fake scenario. But for some reason it fucking burns because you're like, wait, why? Yeah. Why did I run that? You know what I mean? But to me, it's like, why did a shark try to attack you? Because you're Jason Ellis, you fucking idiot. You're always thinking of stupid shit like that. Of course you had a dream about a shark trying to attack you.
Yeah, I assume you have that dream at least once a week.
Right? I mean, I've actually brought up, I think one of my wife's birthdays, I said, like, that's how I know that I love you. Because there's only certain people... Because I've seen a lady be eaten by a shark next to a boat on a video, and I remember thinking, you could have fucking dove from the side of that little boat and landed on that fucking shark before it got that lady. But nobody did that. I wouldn't do that, but I would do it if my fucking kids were in there, and I would do it if Katie was in there.
Oh, I got you.
Because you know that if you jumped over Katie and kicked the fucking shark, he's not going to attack Katie for a second. He's not a fucking... You know what I mean? Like an ape or whatever. Like, he would freak out. He's a fish. He'd be like, fuck, what hit me? Yeah. Maybe worst case scenario, bite my leg that hit it.
Yeah.
But she would get away.
No, I'm under the impression that sharks, for the most part, aren't really looking for a fair
right.
fight.
Yeah, when you kick them, they flinch. You got a couple seconds, at least, to get everybody back in the boat. So, because I've watched it, it's like a Face of Death thing, where the shark goes sideways and goes, oof, and bites her leg off. And I'm like, I saw 1, 2... 3. You had fucking 3 seconds to dive. Like, you could have dove somebody, because I saw people go, watch out, there's a shark. I mean, what about right there, somebody going in?
See, you're just different from me, because when that happens, I guess you're right, because if it's my kid, I just
know,
jump
you fucking
in.
do it. I know.
No.
Everybody would.
No, that's not what I was going to say at all, I don't think that I would, in those 3 seconds, think I should jump in. No, I'm too scared to jump in. I think I would just be like, oh my God, a shark's getting you. And then later on I would talk to you and you'd be like, so why didn't you jump in on top of it? And I'd be like, oh yeah, that would have been an option.
Yeah, I mean,
I just like freeze in fear of because you prepare yourself psychologically for these awful scenarios. I'm just like tiptoeing through the tulips all the time. I'm not expecting bad things to happen, so when they happen, I just freeze because of the spectacle.
See, I think it's different. If I'm in the water, if we're all in the water and a shark was attacking us, I don't know. I mean, like, there's no angle there. I don't know what to do. I'll swim away. I'm not pulling anybody out. Like, I'm terrified. But if there's this view that I always bring up, because the video that I saw where it was like, there was, I don't know, 5 people maybe at least that could have dove in. And if you, like you just said, most fish, man, when you fucking land on them, they flinch, you know? And it was this really slow.
Yeah. My guess is it goes away and stays lost. That's just a guess, but it doesn't. There's plenty of other things that it can attack that don't bring, flying elbows from, superfly snorkel coming from the sky on it.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're absolutely right. If it's my kid, I don't even think about it. I'm just in there. So clearly that instinct exists somewhere.
Yeah. I think maybe that I have like a thing where I don't want to get heavily fucked over, or anybody that I really care about getting heavily fucked over. That's a big one for me, so maybe it's just a never again kind of thing. I'll be ready this time.
Gotcha.
Like that.
Right. I've really been thinking though about I don't wake up in the middle of the night. I've been sleeping pretty well, other than the Tamiflu, which really was, as I say, quite
fart piss in the house.
Quite a wild ride. But I had to look it up recently, and why is it that I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky guy for the most part, and then if I wake up in the middle of the night, it's that same thing that happens to me when I get stoned. I'm just like, oh God, why, God, everything's so horrible. Why didn't I realize that until just now? And I looked it up, and it's just really simple. It's just that you're like you do have anxiety during the day, but you're keeping it at bay, and then when you go to sleep, you let your guard down. And if you're like me and you're the kind of person, if you wake up in the middle of the night, you tend to have really, really dark thoughts. That's the reason why. It means that you have anxiety that you're not dealing with.
Yeah.
So
it could also it could also have something to do with what you're having before you go to bed, Michael. That can irritate your sleep.
You think I'm eating something funny? I will say that
I'm reading a book about health and stuff right now, Michael. So I read a lot of information.
I'll only agree with you this far on that. One time, this friend of the family made us. She was Thai, and like real Thai food.
It's not good.
Like,
I had real Thai food in Thailand. It's good.
No. It's not that it's bad. It
came
had
at your butt.
3 times as much salt in it as Thai food that I'm used to eating.
Oh, I mean, are you a guy that can eat salt and know the difference? Because I don't think.
Yeah, I think this woman, she's a cook.
Yeah.
But she cooks something else in the restaurant that she works at. But she was like cooking for us, so she made like a lot of food, and you had to keep going with it. And at a certain point, you're like, are you noticing how salty everything is? Because this is very, very salty food. But you kind of have to keep eating it to be polite.
Wait. So you and your wife noticed this extra salty taste in it?
Oh, fuck yeah.
So she sucked. Because I don't think traditional... Because I was in Thailand.
Yeah.
I didn't go, hey, this is way saltier. Or are you like a guy, and is your wife a girl that notices salt?
Yeah, I'm pretty sensitive.
Like, do you think that if you would have said it to me, I would have gone, you know what, dude, this is
I definitely... Okay. Yes and yes. If I brought it to your attention, I don't think I would have had to bring it to your attention. I really, really.
It was that obvious.
Yeah, but I also like a lot of food that people just take for granted, like restaurant food, especially chain restaurant food.
Yeah.
That's one of the many turnoffs for me. Is I think what most people consider a normal amount of salt to me is too much salt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think this is a controversial statement that the American diet typically has too much sugar and too much salt in it.
Yeah, you know, from the book that I'm reading, Michael, that salt is actually very, very important to have in you, but it's unfortunate because of the salt of today. It's shitty, crappy salt on the tables of Americans. Hang on a second. Excuse me, I'm drinking fizzy water. Fucking. But if it's like that Himalayan salt, that pink salt shit, I put it in my water every day. But when I wake up, I go drink a big thing of water with Himalayan salt in it. And the only thing that sucks for me is I got it like it's a little bit bigger, so it doesn't really mix in. And I don't got time for that shit, Michael. So I just pound the water, and then I get a sweet shot at the bottom of just a palm full of fucking Himalayan salt. makes it all wash down.
Yeah, you would need to melt it, and then like if you boiled it like that.
If
and
you
then
put
let
it in
come
coffee
back,
and stuff,
and,
yeah.
Well, if you boil it and let it come back to room temperature, and then you drank it, you wouldn't
Oh,
have that problem.
check you out.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So
I think that I can eat shit food. I think I've been raised to eat shit food.
Yeah, I've kind of lost my... I'm not going to say I was raised to eat shitty food because my mom is a good cook, but I was, dude, I'm one of those trash people at Denny's that we were talking about yesterday.
What do you mean? Because I felt like you were like a home-cooked meal guy.
But both. I mean, but I also said we went to IHOP after I mean, dude, we
See, but I feel like that's just an American... I feel like fast food... Why wouldn't you take your fucking family to restaurants like that when you're coming up in the game?
Yeah.
I don't think Australia copied you guys and we were late, you know? Like, we didn't... There was no IHOP, but if there was, we would have gone... My family would have gone to IHOP in the morning, would have sounded...
Yep.
There was no such thing as a breakfast restaurant. That's insane.
Wait, that's... Really?
For Australians, when I was a boy, there was no diner. Like, the first diner I ever heard of was in a movie. So there's no morning breakfast stuff. I mean, maybe they're...
Like a coffee
okay,
shop
wait. No, what is it? Fucking... Scones. There's like jam and scone places. I think you can have like, what is it when you stay the night or some shit?
Oh, a bed and breakfast?
I think there might have been bed and breakfasts, but there's no...
Right, they'd have to serve breakfast.
Yeah. But you'd stay there. You don't go there and get breakfast.
Right.
Okay, you could get breakfast at pubs. There you go.
That's the last place that you would think would be the first place that you could get breakfast.
But that's... I don't remember in the morning having a breakfast at anybody's establishment except my parents' house or a pub.
And that would be like an English breakfast kind of thing?
Yeah, bangers and mash
right.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have Denny's. And I feel like that's kind of... I didn't realize it at the time because Denny's is 24 hours. I didn't realize it because it was such a breakfast special. I was just like, this place is awesome. It's got every kind of thing. Yeah.
I thought it was awesome too. Hey, speaking of salty food, your social media hero Salt Bae.
Who's Salt Bae?
He's the guy who salts things.
Oh yeah, off the shoulder. Off the elbow guy. Yeah.
He is no longer salting food with his bare hands.
Yes.
After health code concerns at his new meat restaurant in New York City.
But I bet you if you hire him, because I've noticed that celebrities are hiring him to cook, you can ask him to barehand it for you. Oh wait, he's doing it with his glove?
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It's all stuck to his glove.
You can see that, right?
And what about the elbow?
He's still doing it off the elbow.
It's touching his elbow, yo!
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't think the health department had considered that because I don't think there's anything in the health code about you can't touch it with your elbow. It's just saying if you're
I disagree.
If you're going to handle food, you got to be... you have to cover your hands.
Ew, like he gives meat to people.
To LeBron James.
Ew, God, I'm not taking any meat from this guy. I am like anti that guy. I know fucking my wife thinks he's cool, but I don't have to agree to everything. Fuck this guy, I'm saying. With a rubber glove or without a rubber glove, I mean, I'm not hot. Don't fucking come over here with your salt shit on my fucking meat.
Well, I think there's fairly obviously like a sort of sexual element to his presentation. Like, I feel like if I eat his meat, I'm his bitch.
I know, it's inappropriate. He looks like that guy that taught Conor McGregor how to pull a candle out.
Yeah, I agree.
Fuck this fucking dickhead Tybo bitch.
This guy should work at a...
Salt my balls.
What is it, Fogo de Chao? Is that the Brazilian steakhouse place?
Sure, yeah.
He should work at that place, and bachelorette parties should go there for dinner.
Yeah.
And they can watch Salt Bae swing his dick around and sprinkle salt on things, and I'm perfectly fine with that, because women, when they get together, seem to like to do things that are really uncool.
He should take TJ Lavin's job and host Real World Road Rules. Because... Sorry, I'm just trying to give TJ a shout out.
I heard TJ is favoring contestants on that show. There's a bit of a controversy where he was making it easier for someone to win over somebody else.
Right, probably for sexual advances in cocaine. Wait, he's down with bananas?
No, I heard it was a woman thing because the accusation is that MTV wants somebody to win, and TJ Lavin is functioning as sort of their lackey henchman.
Right, he's hired to let girls win more than the guys?
I think it was one girl over another girl.
Right, well, probably because the other one was ugly. That's what TJ told me.
That he always favors the hot chicks?
Yep. I mean, he's a married man, so he's not boning them, but he's just like, man, I hate ugly chicks. That's what he told me.
No, it's just sort of a principle for him. It's like this elitist. It's almost like he's racist against.
I was going to say, I didn't want to add that he hates Mexican ladies. But is she Mexican? Because that's probably what happened.
Yeah, that would...
Did the loser...
That would explain a lot of things.
Is the loser of Spanish descent? Yeah, true, because... He hates white people. That's what it is, right?
I forgot.
You can get away with that.
Yeah.
Wait, she won and he didn't give it to her? How does that make any sense? Yeah.
Right. He was blatantly putting the ball where one could get it and the other one couldn't.
Well, but it just went to the blonde chick is what I'm seeing. Alright. This is absolutely... I can't believe I've been pulled into this. Damn you, TJ Lavin. Damn you.
In other salty food news, a man was caught masturbating repeatedly at a Burger King.
You guys see that video of the guy fucking the blow-up doll in the parking lot everyone's posting?
Nuh-uh.
Fat guy fucking a blow-up doll dude comes around and he's like, hey, what are you doing? The guy like ducks away and hides behind the car pulling his pants up. And then the dude puts the camera inside the car and it's a blow-up doll on its hands and knees. I don't even know if it's real. But this guy's like... It looks like Rick Cossack.
It does.
wait, it can't be real.
I don't think so. The realest thing about it is the guy laughing at him. But come on, if you find a blow-up doll and you decide to fuck it, why don't you bring it home?
Well, I mean, I don't know. If you fucking blow-up doll that you found on the street, you might as well fuck it there because you're pretty sketchy.
Touche.
Yeah, but if I had to bet, I would say it's not real. But yeah, anyway.
What is real is that an 80-year-old church-going retiree in England has been banned from every single farm in the nation.
Animal fucker?
Yeah, sexually assaulting a cow is what I'm told. He vows to fight the charges. He
vows to fuck more cows?
I'll show you a picture of the guy. He was I think observed doing it by civilians a number of times, but they finally managed to get the police to catch him in the act. So he was going to this church, I think, which was out in the country.
Yeah.
And his story was he just liked the vibe at the church, and they're like, no, it's because he wants to fuck the cows, and that's his cover story for going out there once a week. He had his left hand interfering with the cow and his right hand on a part of his lower body with his shirt covering it. This is the man that we are talking about. Two sisters said they saw him insert his left arm up to his shoulder in the back end of the beast and perform a solo sex act.
Wait, so that means that the cow is into it?
Well, it's not going anywhere.
I mean, you got your fist in there.
He says he hasn't masturbated in over 3 years due to a medication he takes.
So what would be the point of him fisting cows?
Yeah, he said not only do I not jerk off while I fist cows, I don't jerk off at all. So it's going to be up to the court. He said it's my word against theirs, and he's going to sue the police.
Maybe he's just a cow fister. Maybe he doesn't jerk off.
Anything is possible.
I mean, how do you prove when I say that I don't jerk off because my penis doesn't work
Yeah,
I mean,
how can you prove? Because I cannot jerk off successfully in front of you if I
Yeah.
have to. Particularly if like the police are watching.
Right.
It wouldn't be hard for me to jerk off and have it not work.
but there must be some kind of scientific test that proves that you can get a boner or not. I mean, or is it just a straight?
Yeah.
You have to get a hand job from like the nurse. And if you get hard, then
Right? Can you put a little sensor around it and
Yeah.
then just like show him pornography?
right,
But
there
then
has to
again,
be a.
But an 80-year-old man has maybe never seen high quality 2018 21st century pornography, and I could see where the guy would not have jerked off in 3 years and be like, "Oh, I was not aware this was available," and then I
Right.
could bring him back from the dead. I don't know. I can't imagine. I can't. I would imagine I would be free from the binds of human sexuality by the time I'm 80. But what do I know? I just read Quincy Jones. You know Quincy Jones, the producer, right?
Yeah,
Claims he has 22 girlfriends around the world currently, and he's like 84 years old.
that's so gross.
Right? He's got daughters, adult daughters. He said their only rule is that I think he's not allowed to date anyone who's younger than his daughter.
Well, he's officially the grossest person that's ever existed, so I hope he's happy with that.
I kind of got the impression that he sort of knows it too, but he's old enough and rich enough and well connected enough that he doesn't have to like care or hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just kept saying it was a GQ interview, and he was saying that he's like, I came up with Frank Sinatra and Ray Charles, and those guys were motherfuckers who just fucked everything that walked, and I learned from the best, and you know, I'm cute, man. Like I don't have anything to hide.
I feel like we have a guest coming in.
Yeah, do you get that impression as well?
Betsy loading some cameras up. Yeah? Alright.
So like I said, it's an 84-year-old man. He's currently having sexual relationships with 24 women
So-
spread out across the globe.
Right, and then there's the other 80-year-old man that's currently having sex with farm animals.
In conclusion,
Right.
yes,
So you're never too young to fuck us, really.
never too old.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. Yeah,
I think
never too old.
I think I'd be done when I'm 80.
Yeah, me too.
Like
I guess if I'm alive, I probably will try and do some stuff. Hopefully it's not to a farm animal,
right?
you know?
Well,
But I
that's
mean,
the other
maybe
thing.
really lonely. Maybe he's a
Yeah.
doctor.
You know, let's assume that the thing with
Sorry, a veterinarian.
the 80-year-old English guy is true. At a certain point, you're not. I don't even know if you can hold people responsible for their actions when their sexual actions. When they're 80.
Oh, you can do 84. I'm senile and I'm boning cows, but he's holding an argument.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be different if he was like, "No, I was shaking their vagina hand. You don't understand. Cows have vaginas in their hand."
But
You're
you
like,
don't
"Oh,
go
come on,
crazy.
old man, you've gone bonkers."
Yeah, but you don't go crazy all at once. I think you lose it a little bit by a little bit.
It's a weird way to start out going bonkers. To go around fisting cows and then argue to the authorities that you're not fisting cows.
I think I agree.
Like you got any witnesses, and they're like, "Yeah, well, we got any video?"
Just trying to explore both sides of the angle. I agree with you.
I just
agree
feel
with
like that's, you know what I mean, Grandpa, you know, can you stop arguing with these people about fisting? Oh fuck, is that what he looks like?
you. Yeah. So I mean, we shouldn't be talking about this guy in the news.
Is it too
And I know
far
I
to cut? What about if he cut his hands off? Like in India, they cut people's hands off.
I'm not sure that's exactly India, but I know what you mean.
Okay, God,
Does an 80-year-old man bounce back from double amputations?
well, I guess, yeah, because it's already probably very difficult to feed himself and do stuff. But judging by the look of this photo, ladies and gentlemen, I would say that, yeah. He doesn't get a hard on. But what about just stimulating your flaccid 80-year-old pee-pee? Is that, like, okay? Is that, you know what I mean, is that still stimulation? Does it count?
Right. Is it
If you don't get
possible-
erect, but you're like, I'm tugging my...
Yeah.
Because I've done
You
tons
still-
of cocaine and I've tugged a flaccid penis and I was getting off.
You still made the trip.
I mean, would I rather it was hard? Yeah, sure.
Right. But you still, you rode the bus out there to stick your fist inside a cow and grab your junk. Whether or not you're actually getting a hard-on is kind of irrelevant to
Right.
anybody but you.
Right. So, therefore, we got him.
think
He
you-
has admitted it
Yeah.
by saying that he can't even get hard. Like that had anything to do with it.
If you're going to amputate anything, we should start with this weird black and white growth on the side of his
I
nose.
know, right? I watched Dr. Pill Popper cut out a blackhead from an old lady this morning, and I was like, man,
Yeah, when does that start?
it's just not the same.
Like,
When it comes, even the blackhead, it's like old and beaten up.
I know. Because if I get that on my face right now, I go to the doctor. We take...
Is it cold in here?
It's a little bit chilly. Yeah. You know, we handle it. We chop that off. I don't just walk around with that on my face. But at what point do you get in life? At what age do you get to where you get something like that on your face and you're like, yep, that's just on my face now?
Well, this one was weird because it was on the top part of her eyebrow, and it was coming in where she could for sure see it. I'm like, how's that not in your mind? It's in your vision. Oh, people with those things that grow on you.
Yeah.
You just got to get down to the doctor. Man, my doctor would. Me and my doctor, when I'm old, if I make it that long, we'll be so bruh.
I know.
And I'll be like, bruh, I might even do it myself. And wait a minute, I'm a little too old, my hand's shaky, so, you know, a doc comes to the house and does it. You know, because I've just got tags and bulk crap hanging off me.
Yeah.
Fucking
just do some general cleanup.
Shit out of tailbone.
It's not cheap, man. It's not cheap. I blew it so fucking hard. I got these 2 fucking huge Lemmy moles on the side of my face, and they just came in out of nowhere. This is not. I haven't had them my entire adult life or anything. And the doctor was like, "Oh, I'll just chop those off right now." And I was like, "I would appreciate that." And then we just got busy, and I said, "I'll do it next time." Remember Dr. Creepy?
Yes.
Yeah, and I never went back to Dr. Creepy.
Fair enough.
I forget the reason why exactly. And now every time I go to another skin doctor, they're like, "We could absolutely take them off, but there is no medical issue with them whatsoever." And I think the last time the lady told me insurance won't cover it, like $800 a pop or something. Like, come on, there's so many better things I could spend that money on.
$800 each.
Yeah.
Man, I love how they do each.
And Dr. Creepy.
It's like they're right next to each other. Just
I know.
call it one.
It'll take 2 seconds.
You fucking asshole.
And Dr. Creepy was just gonna.
This is the biggest ripoff ever. They are almost touching.
I know.
We have a guest.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make it warmer in here, Andrew?
I never worry about it.
There he is.
Other people do. How you doing, man? What's up?
How are you, mate?
I'm good.
How do you do?
Quiet.
Joe Perry, ladies and gentlemen, on the Jason Ellis Show. Holy shit! Busy man. Doing a lot of stuff, talking to a lot of radio kooks.
You got me in the morning, man.
Oh,
This is
man.
fucking
Well, you could have come later.
What?
You could have come later. I'm joking.
Nobody told me
I
that.
would, no. I mean, you could have.
You want to go home and catch a nap and come back later?
I'm here for 2 more hours.
Okay. Oh,
We can
now
talk
that-
for 2 more hours.
Now that I'm up, I mean, I might as well.
Look, I've got a lot of questions for you.
All right, good.
Because I was telling people that listen to the show. Welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
I got the afternoon off, so let's go.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it was another night last night.
Okay, because that makes sense to me. Because I'm kind of friends with Marilyn Manson a little bit, and I went to his birthday party the other day, and you know, I got my own issues. Who gives a shit? I got, you know, and probably that's got something to do with even being friends with him or why he even gives a fuck about me in the first place. But I see Johnny Depp there, and when anybody, you probably know Marilyn, so anybody who hangs out at Marilyn's birthday party goes pretty hard. You go hard.
Wait a second. His birthday party.
You didn't get
2
invited?
weeks ago.
Yeah. Were you there?
I was there.
Yeah, I see. I hid because it got too gnarly. You guys are too cool because you
I
go
just
too
kinda-
hard.
I just kind of drifted around in the back.
Were you in the band at all? Did you join the band at one point? Okay.
No, I really wanted to go and just check out, you know, what it would be like to go to a party where everybody was 40 years younger than me.
But they weren't. They were this. They. Okay, maybe they were.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Yeah, a couple were.
You know, just to observe, you know.
But you
But
destroy
I'm
them
also
though.
friends with. I am good friends with Marilyn, and
Right.
you know, because Marilyn and Johnny, and there's a little, little tight little group there.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm starting to notice that. And is Johnny like a really good guitarist? Do you invite him, or is he just
No,
there? How does he appear playing guitar all the time?
He's really good. He's fucking really good. In fact, last night he was doing. Or early this morning, I don't know what it was. Like I said, I've said, Switzerland is a state of mind, and it's 24/7. So this is a time of day that I don't very often see. But anyway, he's a really good guitar player. You'd never know he was an actor when you walk into his house.
Has this always been a skill that he's owned, or is it in the last 10 years that he started to shine with it?
He came out here to California to band and
Oh.
make it. I mean, it was just. I guess the story is that he was roommates with Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas said, "Listen, why don't you come to this audition with me?" And he got the gig, and he made more money on the one day than he made in the band for a month.
Yeah.
And obviously his talent, you can't keep that kind of talent down.
Yeah.
And he kept getting more phone calls and went on. But he works at it. He studies it. I mean, he's serious about it. He knows the gift he has and works it. But he's a musician.
Right.
He's been around it for a while. I know there was an Oasis song years and years ago that he played guitar on. So this is not like a new hobby, at least, that he's picked up.
It's
Not
just,
at all.
I
No.
just think, but the other thing seems to me is, I talked about it on another show where I kind of admitted a little bit where I got trapped into doing something that I don't usually do, and I felt like everybody did it, and I was like, wait, everybody's still doing it. I'm 46. If I was to drink a lot, the next day it's quite a hangover for me. Not like it used to be. I mean, you probably laugh at that sentence when you're like 46, you fucking really, dude. Is it a painful hangover for you? Because, I mean, what kind of a hangover do you walk around with? Is it another
Yeah,
level?
It's terrible, but it's not from alcohol.
No lack of
It's
sleep
more
or...
emotional. Just the beasts and the savage thoughts that. I mean, after like you collect images in your head. Like, hey man, like everybody's fucking cell phone is filled with pictures, and so all that shit keeps rumbling around in there, and so that's the hangover I have, but of course that contributes to the music.
And your recovery from these things that are flying through your head, is there a place that you can go where you can switch that off, or do you live the opposite style sometimes to recoup? Or is it just this is it?
It's tough, because sometimes, like I know I should sleep more, but on the other hand, man, we only got so much time on the planet, and when you're asleep, you're basically like, you're not like engaging,
Hmm.
So you got to balance it out, because eventually you'll like croak if you like don't sleep enough. In fact, that was one of the issues a couple of years ago. I've pushed it a few times and paid the price, but fortunately I've been, come back, and but that's it, man. It's like it seems like there's so much to do, and there's so much life, and I feel like there's so many more songs to play on and write and do. It's like it's hard to like get in bed and fucking relax.
But
man.
do you think there's so many more songs to be made with Johnny Depp? Because I think he's a bad influence for you. I think he's a bad influence for
I
everybody.
think that, you know what? I think that whatever.
I'm worried about your circle of friends, is what I'm saying. Like, I've been in there a little bit, and you guys are scaring me, and I feel like you've got a new help, new shit, you're creating more stuff, and it's like...
You've got
maybe
so much to live for, Joe Perry.
Yeah, Joe, like, maybe just
Well, I
tell
plan
Johnny
on
not
it,
today.
but I have to say that, like whenever, if you want to know the truth,
Yes.
then, when I'm up on the hill, I think people kind of like perk their ears up and open their eyes a little wider, just to check it out, just to see, you know what I mean? Because neither one of us, and we both do what we do, okay? I mean, I have no problem, like, see you later, I gotta go to bed, I got a fucking interview in the morning, or the same thing
Okay.
with him. I mean, when he's working, he's out the door at 6 a.m.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, if people can bullshit, and people can like surmise, or all that, but the proof is if you can deliver, and Johnny delivers, and I deliver, even when we're hanging around together.
Which is masterful to me. As a person that,
So fuck 'em.
is such
You
a...
know what I mean? It's like don't have the ambulance sitting by. Don't worry about it. I mean, but yeah, I've heard.
That he's a
you
bad
know,
influence? Yes, I know.
This like again, that little circle kind of goes out this big, and then I hear that this one's talking about that one, and they're worried about Joe and Johnny together. I suppose there's some validity to it, but
Oh, so somebody else has figured this out as well. This is just my small.
kidding.
So because you're all terrible to me. I mean, I don't know you, but I know Marilyn pretty well, and he's very terrible. I love him, but he's a very terrible.
He's a sweet guy.
I didn't. Okay, you're taking it the wrong way. He is a very sweet guy, and he has terrible demons inside that he deals with a lot.
He does, and
That's all.
You know, I mean, and I think that he's at least from what I can see, he's got a balance. He's figured out how to like balance that out, and every artist kind of takes that piece and brings it into their whatever it is. I mean, the painters, writers, you know, actors, musicians, they take that energy and channel it. If you know, once you figure it out, if you don't, you know.
Like channeling that energy the other night where I watched you guys at the Roxy, and then, which was fucking insane, because first of all, obviously Tully, you're aware of Johnny Depp, but I'm watching the murderer's row of Lee breaks go down, and then Johnny at the end, I'm like, what the fuck? I thought he was just on the rhythm. No, man, like he's shredding, and then all of a sudden you rip your fucking guitar in half. What's going?
One of those nights.
Just one of those nights.
No, you know.
You saw the next day from doing that shit? I feel like that's hard.
What?
Smashing guitars. You ain't worried about?
It hurts. I mean, a Stratocaster does not break easily. I mean,
right.
I was amazed that it came apart after one hit. I mean, but you know what? I mean, all these guys are such great musicians, and Johnny is a great musician, and to play that song, Train Kept a Rollin', which is, you know, I think one of the best rock and roll. See that rock? That I just fucking lost it there.
Yeah.
I just fucking lost it. I mean, the guitars were screaming, and then
Slash.
The next thing I remember is the guitar was in pieces in my hands, and that was it. And Slash is fucking great, man. He's been on the road for the last year. He's smoking.
Yeah, we love him.
Yeah, you got
And
Gary Sharon up there.
Johnny plays all the time. You know, every chance he gets, he goes out and plays. And of course, Leo is unbelievable. The brothers are. Dean is amazing. You know, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves.
The Stone Temple Pilot brothers.
Two of them, man.
Yeah.
And you know, they've got a new Stone Temple Pilots coming out, and I'm so psyched about that. And then there's that guitar fucking breaking, and the guy that built it is sitting in the front row.
I know, I read that.
And it's like,
He
really
built
didn't
it
think
for
about
you,
it
and you.
then.
Yeah.
I just fucking lost it.
You gotta understand that. You got a boombox. You're sponsored by Monster, and you got a product like a boombox coming out. You're one.
As a matter of fact, well, you know, like I've used Monster stuff for a long time, and you know the guitar chords and things, and I've known Noel, the guy who is the head of the company and designs all the stuff, and you know, he came to me and said, you know, over the last like 10, 15 years, things have been kind of going towards, you know, pop, hip hop, you know, the fat bass, all that stuff. And, you know, classic rock, it's coming on strong, and you know, it's obvious to everyone who's in this business, and you know, and the fans know it. I mean, I see it. They're starting to go, wait a second, they're not making this kind of music anymore. That's the shit, you know, and. So anyway, he said, you know, like the stuff has been tuned more towards that kind of music, and I want you to help me, you know, make some things that will, you know.
So it's got flashlights on it and shit.
Well, that's it's about the sound, and the thing is, he said, you know, let's do something that really reproduces classic rock the way it should sound. Which is, it's a pretty flat thing. I mean, but without any like hyping the bass or any of that. So I sat there with their engineer and his, you know, his computer or shit, and we just tuned the box to we listened to everything from the Byrds to Elvis to Zeppelin to Stones, some Aerosmith tracks. I mean, in fact, I mixed a lot of this last record on that. And it's the best boombox I ever had. I've had it on the road now, the prototype, for a year, and it still works. It's amazing. And
What do you think?
so I'm doing it. It's got my name on it, and it sounds the way I think it should sound. So anyway, they're rolling that out, and we hope to put out more products that are like aimed towards that more classic sound.
Sweet, good idea.
What do you think when you go back and you listen to like some of the greatest classic rock of all time and you hear your own stuff mixed in there? How do you think it compares?
Well, it's a little surprising to be, in the same class or like named in that category, because I came up listening to the Beatles and the Stones and the early Yardbirds and all that, and that was my influence. But to be put on that same playlist, it's a little fucking weird.
Does it feel like it belongs there? I mean, to me, I listen to it, it belongs there.
I have to say that listening to what fans say, I guess it does. But to me, we're the next generation after that. So I'm not sure if it makes sense in my mind. But if the fans see it that way, that's fine.
So, Joe, we've already discussed your friendship with these guys. So you go out, you're on the road. I can tell that you've had several run-ins with I should sleep more, but you're gonna go out and you're gonna hang out with these guys. The girls, does it ever get boring?
What?
Or is it just because I feel like, is there a new kind of a girl that you would be into? Is there a different, have you changed your vibe in any way, or is it just what kind of like I don't need to know really how many people you're boning and stuff. I'm not asking you that. I'm just asking, does the style of girl, has it changed over the years, or do you look at the same kind of is there a person kind of look like my wife knows when a person that looks the way that I like walks in the room, she knows that I'm going to check that girl out.
Of course. I mean,
is it the same for you, or has it changed? Because mine's changed.
That's built into every woman. There's no doubt about it, but I'm in love with my wife. I've been married to her for 32, 33, known her for 34 years, and I can't get enough.
How do you feel about the butts of the world that are changing?
The what?
The butts. You know how they change their butts?
What the fuck is that?
You haven't? Okay.
And you know what?
It makes sense that you haven't seen it.
No,
But
you know what? That's like talking about Trump and Hillary. I don't want to. Let's not go there.
you don't like asses or politics?
I don't think that I want to commit myself to anything that's recorded at this point.
Oh, okay.
Fair
Shit.
enough. We don't need to talk about asses.
Yeah, I didn't mean. I wasn't trying to get you in trouble.
No, it's not trouble. It's just it's a sensitive subject, I think, and hey, it's a matter of taste. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Though politics, certainly has more weight.
I'm not into politics.
No,
I'm gonna have to end the recording if you're gonna talk about
I
politics.
don't want to talk about politics.
Okay,
either.
good. Yeah. I pride myself on not knowing anything
Well, that's
about that.
great.
Yeah.
Well, how long you been in this country?
25 years.
Well, then you're qualified. You got a green card?
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
got,
got a green card.
yeah.
Well, good on you, man.
I really love this country.
Or else I'd fucking throw you out.
Yes. Well, I mean, the thing with being here illegally was I've had that. Being here, I came here to be a pro skateboarder. It was not easy to get a green card. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was like top 3 in the world for a long time, but
Oh, man.
that's how I got this job from Tony Hawk.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, but I know
Yeah,
what it's
Tony.
like to get in this country. That's how I got this job.
I've never met Tony.
Really?
I think I'm a big fan. I admire him a lot.
That's well, he admires you. Trust me.
Really?
Fuck yeah, man! Like we all do. Like it's all the, I don't know, as a skateboard guy. I'm trying to think of a person that doesn't like people that are really good at shit, because you have to work hard to be good at skateboarding. So it taught me to like shit, because it's easy to like you because I like that kind of music, but I like music that I don't like because I know that they're good at it, and I'm like, look, I'm not into that kind of music, but I'm good enough to know that you guys are kicking the shit out of those instruments. So my hat's off to you.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that, because that to explore different kinds of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I understand that. I mean, I'm a fan first, anyway. You know what I mean? And that's why I kind of look at the whole thing as like, you know, one long continuation rather than, well, now we got this new thing and that new thing. It's all about, you know, how it makes you feel, you know, and it's all about the songs and the guys that are phoning it in or really
Right.
fucking playing, you know.
That's
Or the girls. I keep saying guys. I suppose that's wrong.
Everybody's capable of phoning it in, guy and girl.
Well, you know, but anyway, you've been here long enough in this country that I think you're qualified to, you know, comment on whatever the fuck you want.
Right, which is why I choose to stay out of it a little bit. I feel like it just aggravates everybody.
That's very.
I got a gun. I'm kind of gay. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. I'm fucked. I'm not gonna make any sense. I'm just gonna piss everybody off.
Equal
So.
opportunity offender.
It's amazing that some of these things that people go nuts about really don't matter from day to day to the average person. I think anyway. You know, but it's like, God damn, we got to talk about this anyway. We're drifting into a place I don't want to go.
Yeah, because you don't do that.
Yeah,
You just think about making music and having good times with people, right?
Talk about music and that kind of shit, okay?
Do you ever listen to this new kind of stuff and get things that you could be like, oh, okay, that might have been a pile of shit song, but there was something good there that I could use from it, like trigger an idea, maybe?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think that's been one of the things that's helped sustain me and also Aerosmith, and is because we listen to what's going on out there.
Right.
You know, we haven't, like, I know guys that listen, if it isn't this, then I have no use for it.
Right.
I mean, we listen to everything. I mean, if you listen to Pump, I mean, all those world instruments and all that weird jingle stuff. I mean,
Oh, wow, you're listening.
It's all different.
Yeah.
And cool, and I love it, and I'm always looking for new sounds, and probably one of my biggest resources is my youngest son, who's a DJ and does electronic music, and then but all of them are in the business in some way, and I listen to them all the time. I mean, in fact, some of the songs that they worked on with me, you know, they said, you know, I said, well, shouldn't I put a guitar solo here? And they said, and Roman said, Dad, you don't need to because the riff is strong enough. You know?
How old is he telling you this?
He's 26.
Okay. Oh, wow.
He's the DJ. And,
All right.
And, you know, so I didn't put a guitar solo on. And
Yeah.
It's fine.
You respected that opinion.
Rocks, and, you know, well, the biggest thing about this record is I just kind of let go of the steering wheel, you know, and just, great idea, let's try it. You know, obviously, if it was shice, you know, I would go like, no, but...
And has that happened?
Once in a while.
Okay.
But you know, it's great to hear, you know, from that perspective. You know, I was talking to some people last night about it, and it's amazing how, you know, for the age they were, how hip they are to the classic rock. You know, the stuff that's made from like the late 50s through the 60s. You know.
Well, I mean,
which is why I did that box. Because I think that there's a you know, it's a resurgence. I mean, I don't think that's the right word, but it's like becoming more of an entity. You know, the classic rock thing,
right.
You know, because nobody's making music like that anymore.
Look, I think it's an excellent thing for everybody. I've myself and Tully, we've been together for a very long time, obviously romantically and on the radio. I'm joking about the romantic thing.
Well, I know you're English.
But we've... I'm Australian, but fucking whatever. Forgot what I was going to say now after that insult. The music, like, no, the music that I got into, like the first music I ever got into was, like, really got into, like, as in I would die for this band, made me go back to other bands and open me to what I think is what real music is, which gave me an eye for anybody who is not phoning in, who's really talented and really cares about what they're doing when they deliver it on all spectrums. Like I can appreciate you know what I mean, a fucking tiger jumping over a fence now because of everybody's, like, I'm like, the criticalness of what it took to make that. I can see it and I can understand it. Metallica made me go, I remember going, Metallica is the only band that's good. Everyone else is a piece of shit. And then someone was like, you know that Metallica actually were inspired by this band. I'm like, wait, really? You fucking say so? Okay, so now I'm Black Sabbath. Well, nobody else ever went Black Sabbath. He loves the Beatles. He loves the Beatles. Okay, so now the Beatles. And then I'll talk to Elvis. And then an Aerosmith. And I'm like, whoa, Bob Dylan. And all of a sudden I've got this big thing that 6 months ago I would have said, that sucks. Because I only listen to this one thing.
You know, I think that's what's going on. And again, those bands are, I mean, hey man, we're fading out. You know, it's not happening anymore. That's why there's a few guys, you know, that really like get it and they're in it for the long run. Like Jared James Nichols. You must have run into him if you went to some of those parties. You probably saw him.
I probably ran from him. I ran from several of you.
He's 6'6". Looks like Ted Nugent.
Oh, yep. Yeah, no, I did run from him. Yeah.
That guy can fucking play, man.
Wow.
And I think he's gonna break. You know, he was at the show last night.
Hey, let me check some of that shit after he leaves. I'm being told you have to go, Joe. He didn't have to. He doesn't have to do anything.
It's past my nap time.
He's Joe Perry. He can say whatever he wants. I love this.
So
So anyway, so this guy's a big giant.
He was there last night. You know, I've gotten to know him because as it happens, like I don't know, did I say that here or the last one? Tony produced it and co-wrote the songs with him, and so that's why I know about him. And I know we've done some festivals in Europe with him, and the cat's got the shit, man. You know.
Have you hung out with him and like told him that?
Only, just for a little bit, you know.
Because I feel like it's got to be like you just saying about Johnny. Does Johnny know that you've said fucking hell of a guitar player?
Yeah.
It's got to be a huge compliment, you know, like.
And his face gets red, and then he fucking walks back into the bathroom.
Okay.
He pees a lot.
And
2-week bladders. Hanging
Oh
out.
my God! Are you sure you don't have to go?
anyway, are we live?
Nah.
No. This will
No,
never air. Don't
you
worry
hit
about it.
I hit the dump button several times.
Okay. So what else you want to ask me, man?
You sang on this album.
I did.
I've never heard you sing before.
He sang at the Roxy.
Well, I was not there.
Yeah.
No shit. How old are you?
I'm 40.
We're getting broken down by Joe. Just so you know, before you came in today, he was explaining to me the level that every other guitarist has copied you. You were the inventor because he's a.
Well, what I said, I didn't say every guitar.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you'd be flattered by this, but I was a big hair metal guy, and I just said from Slash on down, any band that had the crazy running around lead singer and then the cool guitar player on the side of the stage, that guy was kind of taking their shtick from Joe Perry.
Well,
Just say
I
thank you.
appreciate that, but
Okay,
I just learned from the cast that came before me, man. You know, and it's cool to hear that, and you can't not appreciate that. But I know where I stole everything from. I mean, I can go down the list, but it's hey,
You know,
it's
There's no Slash without Joe Perry. Everybody knows that.
but when you say
yeah, but he's
you
he listens to the same cats I listen.
see, you're about to say the same thing about him that you weren't allowed to say about yourself. You took pieces of everybody else, and then you made Joe Perry.
Right.
Like Slash took pieces of a bunch of people and made Slash one of a kind. You're one of a kind. You made yourself. Sure, there's other people you were influenced by. I mean, to be good at guitar, you fucking found other good guitarists. Like that's the same thing with me in skateboarding. That I'm from a place where at one point there was no video of it. So I just heard there was a guy in America that did shit. And I'm like, in my mind, I wonder what that fucking looks like. And then magazine came and I'm like, fuck! And then we could do it because we saw it.
Well, did you like figure out how to do it, like just by knowing that they did it, or actually finally see them do it?
Oh, I did, because I'm from old. I did both. I made up my. I thought I invented stuff, which I did not invent. It had already been done in America because I hadn't heard. Right. And then I saw stuff. Then I watched videos. Then I watched it like live an American that came to Australia who was at a level that was just unbelievable. still to this, like a fucking 15-year-old just literally shit himself, and then the next day learnt like 7 of his tricks, and then more and more. But then I created me. There was like a thing where it was like, he only looks like him now, but I would tell, dude, I'm this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and they morphed into this thing.
Right, and you can, like you said, you can go down the list and name it all, but your fans just see you,
Right.
and your translation of what you've learned, and that's what art is all about. It's like nobody's like. I mean, once in a while somebody will come along and it'll be like absolutely new. It's very rare, But all these classic guys, I mean, Mozart, they all were fucking, like this, listening to each other, making sure the king didn't fall asleep. I mean, it's all, you're influenced by everything.
Do you listen to that shit?
Well, once
like
in a
classical?
While, no, once in a great while. But I'm more interested in guitar and the way that, like, say, Django Reinhardt and the things that those pioneers did, because everything is built on that. I mean, even when you ask Jeff Beck, like, how the fuck, and he goes, hey man, it's all on the Les Paul records. And that's
right.
You know what I mean? I wish it was as simple as that, but that's his touchstone. But he plays all the Scotty Moore shit and all that other the rockabilly stuff. And you can hear the roots. I mean, you can hear Clapton's influences if you dig.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's. So everybody's like, building on what went before, in some degree or other. Nobody just woke up and was instantly, fabulous.
Right. I feel like some people might have.
It's just how well you hide it.
How well you hide that you.
How well you hide who you're stealing from.
Yeah, I remember David Bowie said I won't. David Bowie said I won't listen to anything I can't steal from.
Amateurs copy, pros steal.
Wow.
And I think we're pros.
Wow. Man, I wish I had known that sentence when I was
Stealing stuff.
stealing stuff.
It didn't matter then.
You're right. It didn't. There was times there. It's different for skateboarding. I think.
I shouldn't have given that away. That's like something that's
Well, we're not lost.
sorry.
Yeah.
I remember.
It's just between
I
us.
don't believe you at all.
Have
I know we're live here.
Have you ever asked another musician that hey man, I like that one thing you do. Is it cool if I do it as well? On the guitar, I'm talking about.
The first half, yes. The second half, no.
Right. Because
Because
that's ridiculous.
it makes it a little uncomfortable, but no, definitely, I've sat and, man, thank you,
Okay. Right.
I've been lucky enough to meet a couple of I've got a chance to meet Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley, Muddy Waters. Certainly not as much as I would have liked, but I was lucky enough to see him and meet him.
Like meet him.
Little Richard,
I met Little Richard.
He's
I
fucking
was singing a Bon Jovi song, drunk in an elevator at the Hyatt Hotel, and then the door opened, and he came in with all his security, and I was like, oh, holy fuck, Little Richard. And he was like, how's it going, boys? A hell of a singing voice you got there. And I'm like, fuck, not really. And we just both locked up and we were instantly sober in the elevator, like, fuck. You have a good night? And I'm like, yeah, okay, Little Richard. Fuck. And just freaked out.
There's a fucking aura around
Right?
those guys, man, and that they've made it to that point, because, again, with all art, you keep learning, because you're on a quest. There's never like, I mean, obviously there must be some people that do it and they go, I've done it, I've painted my painting and that's it and I'm done. Or you're always looking for the next thing, and that's the train I'm on, and unfortunately I know some other guys that are still doing it like that. They're still looking for the next thing, whether it be a little small thing or whatever. I mean, and not be like a Luddite or a snob, a music snob. I mean, people, well, if it isn't a 59 Les Paul, I can't play it. well, why not? You know, I mean, play if it sounds good, play it.
Right.
So it's a search, and you're always moving ahead. And these guys, even Little Richard, when I did a commercial with him, and he was playing shit that I never heard before. You know, even that, you know, I mean, he could barely walk at that point. You know,
Yeah.
and those are the cats that you try and at least meet. I met B.B. King, and man, I just can't picture him without his guitar, and you know, even in the corner, sitting and playing and warming up, you know. So those are the cats I look up to.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, see, we can still say that we look up to you in your life, so we're not in a bad place yet. We still have cool stories when it's all said and done. I can be like, well, I interviewed Joe Perry.
Yeah,
At one point, he was super pissed off at me. It was fucking uncomfortable.
But we got to the other side. It was fine.
Don't know. So tell me. So how did you get into this? You know, I hear you're quite a formidable physical entity. You know, like fucking.
Yes, I'm huge. I'm very powerful.
Forced to be
in radio.
Fucking reckoned with.
Right.
Know? I mean.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm one of those guys too. Just, you know, in radio, I just really love it. You know, I want to make new stuff and create new stuff like you do.
What do you do, like physically? I mean,
Oh.
you still have that.
Oh, I started fighting to fill the gap of not being a pro skateboarder anymore, because when I retired, it was very difficult. Because unlike music, you can't stay good. Like, my body was just like, my brain was like, I got all these new tricks, and my body was like, that sounds great, Jason, but I'm not coming. And that was where Tony Hawk was like, hey man, you want to be on the radio with me? And I was like, yep. And then while I was doing the radio thing, I got into fighting because it was the most shocking, dangerous thing I could find to fill the void of not being a pro skateboarder anymore. Because that was it was the only thing I ever wanted to be but I can't remember wanting to be anything. Then I wanted to be a skateboarder, and then all of a sudden I was faced with existing on the planet without being that. And then I found this.
I think that it looks like a natural progression to me, because you know, you've obviously got that adrenaline rush of the physical, you know, that part of it, and I mean, I can definitely relate to that. And then, you know, changing, because I don't know of a skateboarder, except for the very few that are like totally crushed. You know, every fucking joint is busted. You know, and they're 25 years old. You know, so it's a short, you know, window there where you can like do what you got to do, but then you got to do something with that energy.
Right.
Even though you can't, you don't want to like fuck up your knee again. You know.
And it takes a lot of energy to be good at anything. So when you've got to steer that somewhere else, a lot of us get wild, because it's like, where do you go?
Joe Rogan is another one. It's like,
right.
You know, I mean, he started off with a really physical, you know, thing, but
he's still physical as fuck, but he's figured out how to do it where, like, he doesn't take shots to the head anymore, because he's read up on people getting hit in the head, so he's done with his getting punched in the face thing, but he still grapples like a motherfucker.
Well,
so that's his thing.
I wouldn't want to be in the fucking alley with him.
No, he's been a black belt for like fucking 10 years. Like, he's the real deal.
And you know, and like you gotta have some wit and some, you know, some shit back there, you know.
Yeah, issues.
And so.
But you work with them.
Microphone in front of you.
There you
it's
go.
A natural thing.
It solves the problem. It's kind of like without it, there's that, because I'm a bit of a junkie. So without this or the other things that I have that I'm well aware of what I have to do in my life. I stay busy and I stay trying to do things that fulfill me, because if I don't, that other guy is always in the back ready to go, and I don't need that shit in my life.
It causes a lot of problems.
Right.
The ER room sucks. I'll tell you, man. There's
right.
Nothing worse than waking up in the back of a fucking ambulance. I hate it. And you know better than to do that. You know, after you've done it a few times.
That's I was gonna say, you have to.
You think you've learned your lesson? You think you got the balance down now?
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
No ambulances recently.
No, and I don't see any in the future.
Well, that's a positive.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
No, but again, it's like, it's learning and then, and being lucky enough to come out on the top end of it.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. It's you can say, it's hard work, but you have to be respectful and add that there's luck in there, because there's a lot of people out there that work hard that want it, and they don't have it.
It's tough.
So
it's tough all around. I mean, anything, any art, anything that you strive for, and it's just if you're fortunate enough to be able to pay the rent and just keep your stomach full, doing something you like. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
Right. I mean, I can tell just from meeting you today that if there was no money or fame in it, you wouldn't look any different. This is exactly what you'd be doing. Like, this is what you were made to do, and you're, like we just said, you're one of the lucky ones because you found it. I also believe that you could have been something else. I feel like you have a passion and a power that if you had directed it somewhere else, might not have been a guitar. Could have been something else that you would have been the Joe Perry of that, because you've got that desire. You won't stop. I mean, look at you.
I'd like to think so.
You won't stop.
And the same with you. I mean, you got the drive, man, and I know you put up with a lot of fucking pain, man, and that some people, they just wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? But there's that drive, and hey, you can look at it as a blessing or a fucking curse, But
bit of both.
If you
I can live with it.
If you manage to make it through, thank you. I mean, I believe in a higher power or whatever, but
do you meditate?
I don't know. No.
That's real. Anybody hold any crystals or any of that shit?
But no.
Okay.
You never got into that because, like, Jimmy Page got into the occult stuff and all that. You never went off that deep end, did you?
I mean, he just said he didn't have crystals. Isn't that enough?
I've explored certain things, but anyway, let's talk about music.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to talk about music, you can talk. I'll bring Satan into it. If I talk about music,
Well,
he's pretty cool. No, I just fuck with people. So you just relax, hanging out. Like, what are you gonna do? You sleep today, or are you gonna go out and play tonight?
I'm gonna go back and go to sleep.
And then is tonight busy?
Yeah. We'll be in the studio.
Do you ever not go to the studio?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not often.
Right.
Yeah. I think we're going in like 4 o'clock or something.
Man,
What are you working on? I mean, you just have an album done. What do you just immediately roll into the next project?
Well, yeah, and it's interesting because with Alice as the singer,
The Hollywood Vampires,
We've got to kind of steer things a little bit. At least I'm trying to steer things a little bit more towards, his style. You know what I mean? And I've been friends with him for a long time. I mean, in fact, I was working on a record with him when I called Steven up to put the band back together in '83, I think, or '84, and I was up at Alice's manager's house working on some songs.
Yeah.
And he had a split, and Steven was in the city, and I gave him a call, if you ask him, he called me. Okay. I mean, anyway, and that's kind of what started it. My wife was going, because she didn't know anything about Aerosmith before, she did, I don't know what, she was into underground music and shit, and punk and all that, so she wasn't into bands with logos.
Right.
And, she wasn't into Zepp or any of that stuff, and she really didn't put the thing together, and she said...
Wait, she didn't put the thing together that you were in Aerosmith?
Yeah, or that Aerosmith even...
Whoa.
And she said, well, you might have a shot if you got a break. And, this is when I was playing with the project, and so she really didn't know about it until we'd been together for like a year or two, and she was going through one of my old boxes, and it had like Rock Scene, remember that magazine, or Circus?
Yeah.
One of those old rock mags, and Steven and I were on the cover, and she was reading about it. She goes, "Wow, no shit, really?"
What?
And then we're driving down the street, in Boston, and Back in the Saddle came on, and I turned it up and I said, yeah, that's the band I was in the 70s, and you know, and she said, really, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
So she didn't really put it together, you
Yeah.
know, and she didn't really care, you know
Right.
what I mean? She just, and then of course, then when we were working with Alice, she said, how come you're not playing with your band? And frankly, I just kind of went, you know, I'm not really sure at this point.
Yeah.
We'd been through so many changes, you know, everybody in the band had, you know, they did what they did, they recorded another record, they had other guys in the band, and I was, you know, touring all over the place with the project, and but you know, when she put it like that, it was kind of like, well, you know, now that I think of it, I'm not sure.
So it's
You know?
kind of her idea.
Well, it was like, yeah, because she saw it from the outside. That's
Yeah.
what it was, you know what I mean? It's like, why wouldn't you play with these guys if you had, you know, if you were doing that before?
Smart lady.
So, yeah, very. And so then I started talking with Steven, and like 6 months later, we had the thing back together.
Do you drive a Batman convertible car by chance? Or would it interest you?
Batman?
Are you like a would you drive a Lamborghini, or do you even drive?
No.
Right.
No, actually, I have an Aston Martin. But I don't drive much.
Right.
But I do like to ride my motorcycle.
You know, I got a motorcycle. I got a couple motorcycles. I got like these buggies the other day. I'm thinking about illegally driving them to work, just to see what happens, because I have white privilege. And when he pulls me over, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm white. I was not aware that this was an
Right.
illegal vehicle.
Can I use my one get out of jail free card?
Yes, will you give me a slap on the wrist, officer?
Is
So
this one of those states you gotta have a seatbelt on your motorcycle?
I don't wait. No, wait. There's no fucking. That's not a fucking law.
Well, it's California, man.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Look, are you attacking California for the helmet rule?
Anything, I'm asking you, like, a question.
I don't think you can have a seat. I don't think seatbelts are. I think that's very dangerous to have a seatbelt on a motorcycle.
But is it a helmet state?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because when I was doing the last Aerosmith record, I had a Sportster for a couple months. I rented, and that's what I was using to get back and forth. And
With no helmet.
no, I wore a helmet.
Okay.
You know, but it's great driving in West Hollywood at like 3 in the morning, on 4 in the morning.
Yep.
You know, it's a riot. And
I can totally relate to that. I used to ride 3 in the morning down Sunset every Friday to do a morning show, and I had a scooter, and I would wear like sweatpants and Ugg boots and like a sweatshirt thing, so I had like blankets on, and I would just ride my fucking this quiet little piece of shit scooter, and I'd be like,
Scooter.
yeah, because
You
I
know,
used to be
scooter.
married to somebody that
Fine.
she wouldn't let me have a real motorcycle. I divorced her. I got all kinds of bikes now. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna drive an illegal buggy here, for fuck's sake. That's what's changed over here. I run my game over here. Don't you worry.
All right, that's better.
I'm happily married. You got right. I fucked up a couple times. You know. I mean, look,
I did too.
it happens. Right. That's
I
right.
did too. I mean, it's like, hey,
But I think it's awesome that. I mean, it's very rare that somebody,
Yeah.
especially in your line of work, finds somebody like that. You're very lucky, man.
I really am.
I mean, I'm sure you have to put a lot of work into it, but still, that's very, very fortunate in this game.
Yeah.
Everyone's so full of shit.
Well, you know, I think that's another thing about being in Boston. We stayed there, kind of out of the wind. We didn't move right to New York or LA in the beginning, and I think that has a lot to do with why we're still walking and talking and taking solid food. You know, it just, you know, because I just know, because all the time we spent out here back then, it was like, wow. And we get back to Boston, and we calm. But it's a great city because there's so much art, creativity there, and so it was a big part of, I think, why we're still, you know, viable.
But you live here now, right?
No, well, kind of like from month to month.
Okay.
You know, because I mean, I have a place in Boston. You know, I still have a Boston
Okay.
driver's license, or Massachusetts, and I have a farm in Vermont. That's where I can really go wild.
A farm, like
Yeah.
farm animals.
Well, we're not there enough to have
Right.
them, but I've got like a so I can go out and wreck things and no one complains.
Like shoot guns, explode stuff?
Of course.
Fuck yeah, you explode shit? Do you have tanninite? Are you going to say that?
What?
That tanninite stuff where you shoot it and it explodes? You ever seen that?
I don't know it by name, but I've probably exploded everything. You know, it's been invented in, yeah, I mean, the farm actually had a cannon that came with it. And it's like, we did a TV show about it on that Sons of Guns.
Yeah.
And they refurbished the cannon and we were shooting
Bowling balls out of it.
No, it's only about that big, but man, you wouldn't want
Fuck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a softball.
Load it with black powder and stuff. I mean, it was an original like Navy issue.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh
thing.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And they refurbished it and put it on a like a little.
Fuck yeah,
show.
man. Shooting cannons is what it's all about.
Well, you know, that's why I love Vermont.
Wow.
I mean, and I also have a. I don't know. Do you want to hear this shit?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
I have a. Well, I go out in the woods at night, you know, when it's in the middle of winter and it's 20 below,
Right.
and if you fuck up, I mean, you can freeze to death. So, you know, I take my snowmobile out there at night, and I always get stuck. You know, I mean, you hit a fucking stump or something, and the thing's hung up.
Yeah.
And after I did it a couple times, I said I got to get something that they can at least like lift the damn snowmobile out of this.
It's Joe Perry with a sickle in his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Fucking dangerous man.
That fence. I came in on my bus, and you know I woke up and they were building the fence, and I went out and started building it with them, and you know, like with the tractor and shit. We have a backhoe and all that, and you know, digging fence holes and all that. Spent the rest of the day building the fence, and I was playing in fucking New Jersey the night before. But I love it there, and
It looks very peaceful.
and
Good place to shoot a cannon for sure.
it's, yeah. Anyway, it's a lot of fun up there, man, and I can cut loose, you know, and I love it there. It kind of brings you back in time, you know.
Well, there's your retreat. There it is, right there. You can go there and get away from all the assholes.
You can get away from Johnny Depp. He'll never find you there.
Yeah, and if he's really lippy, you can knock him out and drown him in that pond you got there. So, I'm just fucking with you. Look, I know you can't. You don't have to go, but I do. I have to take a break because I got commercials.
No problem.
Fucking honor. I can't believe you stayed this long, and kept talking to us, dude. Really amazing.
I'm sufficiently ready to take a nap.
Joe Perry's new album, Switzerland Manifesto, is available now, featuring all kinds of special guests, and also you're sponsored by Monster Products and have partnered with them for that boombox we were talking about earlier. Thanks, Joe.
We'll be back, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
That's cool. That's great, man, that you've done that. You made the shift, you know, because it.
Right?
It's
You
so
want to say
hard.
luck? I'm like, man, I'll put that in there a little bit because that was, I call it, two jobs that aren't jobs, because I've had jobs, you know. But and when I skateboard and I do radio, it's not a fucking job, but it's my real
That's
job.
great.
It's the thing that I would do.
Well, you know, that's meeting sports guys. I mean, you got to have some chops up here. You know what I mean? A lot of guys. I mean, well, I'm sure
Not
you
all
know,
of them.
There's a bunch of them that are fucking. You know, like they got to be led around. But I've met a bunch of guys that are you know smart.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, and able to do that and make the shift because you have a short shelf life doing that kind of like skateboarding
And you all know it too.
fighting
That's like
and
one of
all that.
those. We all know it.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
So I guess Tony Hawk is probably the only person that's proving us wrong because he's like fucking 55, and I'm pretty sure he makes like he'd probably be in the top 5 paid skateboarders. He's Tony Hawk, so it keeps going.
that's amazing.
I don't know how he keeps doing it. He actually is still good.
Well, you know,
Like not good enough to win, but he's fucking
hey,
good.
How does Tom Brady do it? He's fucking 40 years old.
This Anne Hayes has been telling me about Tom Brady for like a week now. I'm like, what is your fucking Tom Brady thing? She's on him.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Apparently he's amazing,
he's
huh?
He's a genius. I mean,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
They kept
Not
him.
only that, but he fucking is able to walk. I mean, I remember Joe Namath, when he was at his
Right.
peak, he could not walk. I mean, he was like it was like this,
Yeah.
and
That's crazy.
all they would do is go for his knees. That was
Yeah.
fucking.
Even
That
more
was
crazy.
it.
They've
They
kept Tom Brady from getting hit a lot, which is
Yeah.
a part of it. It doesn't take away from what he's doing, but that whole team has been built around don't let Tom get hurt for a long time.
Man,
That was a good idea, though.
Yeah.
again, if they had the kind of science they have now, Joe
For
Namath
Joe
probably
Namath,
would have
yeah.
done better.
Wouldn't have been going after those huge braces on.
Those fucking knees, man.
Yeah.
It was almost he walked like a cripple.
Yeah.
But
Can we
he's
take a
fucking
photo?
brilliant, man. He fucking could nail it. And I think he's Brady's right up there. He's gonna break all the records.
Oh yeah. He's not done yet.
Anyway, I want to knock on wood because this is a big one.
Come.
Yeah. It'll take a while.
Photo?
Need you.
Thank you. Yeah, pretty much. You guys care? I'll see you around. Hi, I want to see you and all the rest of it. I know. Yeah. I'm starting to catch that more. I get caught. I'm like, wait, you're all the same weekend. Oh, okay.
So we'll do all the animal stuff like a regular break.
Yeah, maybe start with Droopy,
Yeah.
and then you can do the meme, and then end it with animal sounds.
Yeah. I think we should just go for another regular break.
Yeah,
If we end up
I would
with a
put
short.
the- yeah,
Yeah.
2:30.
If we end up with a short one on the end, so be it.
Live read when we come back. Then Droopy, the animal meme, animal sex noises. We go for a full hour till probably about 2:30, 2:35.
Okay. are gonna kill me. I'm not going anywhere with any of you. He's like, we just, you know,
It's like ride a bike, just need to get back into it.
48 hours of just creating stuff, man. Then we sleep, and then we do another 40 hours. I'm like, oh, fucking die.
We'll give you a recorder.
I'm not going any.
We'll
No.
record a couple shows.
No.
And we'll do it.
No.
That way.
Nope. Fucking hell.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while.
Yeah, we can close this. Yeah, that's fine.
That was crazy.
And like I boost him so much, you can hear like hissing in the background. So like I can't even boost it too much. Fuck. He must have been like jangling something.
Oh yeah, it's working.
He's covered in jewelry and
Yeah, that was.
bracelets.
Appropriate.
Back in a couple seconds.
Shit. Wait, I'm past it?
Stick around. More with Jason Ellis right after this.
Yeah. Do you know? Wait, hang on a second, because. Do you know? Michael.
Yes.
Do you know it's time to switch to Dish and get their award-winning voice remote?
I keep telling you that.
Right. Well, now I'm telling you that, which is weird.
Well, thank
but-
you for reminding me to remind you that, of course, it's time.
Well, let me remind you again, Michael. If you've ever missed kickoff because someone was fumbling with the remote, do you hate when they do that?
Well, I've got a kid. He sticks a thing. Well, I can't say where he sticks it during a
Right
live
when
read,
right
but
when it's about to kick
I
off.
can never find the thing. It's always someplace it oughtn't. It
Oh,
should
they're
be.
going to play this commercial over and over again. It might be time to switch to Dish. If you think it's weird that finding your favorite team's movies or shows means navigating a maze of menus and buttons,
No way.
it might be time to switch to Dish, Michael.
Oh, I use the Game Finder app on the regular.
It's because Dish is different.
I know it is.
They're making it easier than ever to get the TV you love.
You are telling me things I already know. I am a happy, loyal Dish subscriber.
Oh, I'm not going to stop. And with the new powerful Dish voice remote, you can just say what you want and it's on.
Oh, that'll be terrific.
It will be. With technology like that, Michael, it's a better time than ever to switch to Dish.
I'm ready to take my love affair with them to the next level.
To learn more, call 1844 call Dish or 1844 call Dish or go to dish.com or visit a local retailer near you. Requires internet connector, hopper, other restrictions apply. For full details, 1844 call Dish. It's total tuned into you.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey, Droopy!
Hey, Droopy, how you doing?
Oh, you know, bad.
Oh,
Flu
man.
season. How you coming along?
My life is one long flu.
Man.
There's no escape.
I gotta tell you, I'm so pumped that I didn't go to AVNs. So many people from the AVN are so fucking sick. And I remember watching that whole weekend going, man, I've got kids and they've got, vaginas and they're all out there partying. And then Monday,
Like in a good way or a bad way?
I wanted to go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they've got vaginas. I don't. I've got kids. Yeah, they win. You know what I mean? They're like, we're walking around the venue with our tits. We do whatever I want. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, here's your sandwich, kid. And I'm looking on Instagram going, God damn it. And then Monday, I'm vomiting blood. I'm like, ha 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 ha, suffer. Because,
Right.
you
Well,
know,
when
secretly,
one person with
on the radio.
flu motorboats somebody, and then everybody else motorboats
Right?
that same person, next thing you know, the entire industry has got the flu.
that's what happened.
The flu if you're lucky.
Oh. Well, you are Droopy, so that makes sense. Anyway, buddy, what do you have for us today?
A 51-year-old New York man purchased a $10 scratch-off lotto ticket and, much to his surprise, won the $1 million jackpot.
Fuck yeah! Oh, no, it's
Yeah.
Droopy news.
He opted for the lump sum payment,
Yeah.
which gives you a one-time payment of over $650,000.
Boom!
And
Now that's what I call $1 million.
he told reporters that he was going to use the money to buy a new truck, pay off some debt, and invest in his future. But those plans hit a snag when he died 3 weeks later of stage 4 cancer.
Oh, that's impossible! That's
So he
impossible!
won the money lottery, but he lost the cancer lottery.
There's no happiness in store for any of us.
What?
Well, this
That's
is,
not what Joe Perry told me.
what did he tell you? You guys are friends now.
Oh man, I was just telling Andrew, death is right on my ass, man. Like that dude's amazing, but I just fit in with death.
So he wants to hang?
Yeah, he wants to kill me. Basically, I mean, he doesn't know that, but that's what he's offering.
But none of them
Him
are
and his
dying.
other friends.
They must know how to.
It's only a matter of time
about
before
dying.
Johnny Depp is just like, hey, because I can't say no to Johnny Depp.
Hey, let me show you some riffs.
Yeah.
Come into my bathroom.
Working on a song. They want to take a little bit of a magic potion
I
here.
know a guy got a fresh bag of riffs. Come into my bathroom.
Right. Let's do some research.
You want to host some ether?
Right? I'm gonna fucking die, man. Fuck this radio show. It's gonna kill me. I'm not going. I'll die. I can't even go to his birthday. I can't. You know what I am? I'm not a blue baller.
Wait, he invited you overseas?
Yes.
Where?
To Switzerland or whatever it is.
Switzerland's the name of his album.
No, what's the place?
What, Swaziland?
I don't know, dude. Some fucking place that he's got in Europe. What was the place? I don't know.
Oh, maybe they're gonna. Yeah,
because there's some
But what
place
about
where
those...
they all hang out and they have a lot of creative people and it's a community and they all create for like 48 hours and then they'll take it, they'll sleep, and then after a day or two people start to wake up and then the creative juices get flowing and then they go again.
Is that when they start looking through their phones and seeing unsettling images that can cause hangovers?
Oh, dude, you're not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just staying here.
Maybe they're gonna do that blood transfusion thing. Isn't Switzerland where you go for that?
I don't know. I'm gonna die.
Can I come as your emotional support?
You
dog?
could go as me. How about that? Blood transfusion. I don't think a blood transfusion can fix me. Otherwise, I'd probably look into it. I don't know. I can't. You know who was gonna go hang out with me? Doesn't want to hang out anymore.
Huh?
Melissa Etheridge was gonna take me to dinner on Sunday, and then she opted out. My paranoid brain thinks maybe she Googled me, but then maybe she said she was busy. But that's the kind of famous person that I want to hang out with.
More of a weed smoking.
I just feel like she's gonna have a dinner with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, and then she's gonna go, well, I've got to take the kids to school tomorrow, so we're gonna hit and I'm like, okay, lovely, bye.
That seems like more of like a red wine and I grew the vegetables out back kind of dinner.
Yeah, but then there's this other beast in there, that's everybody. That's the thing, I could just I could totally get what they're talking about. I'm like, man, you don't get what they're talking about. Don't go there. Don't do it. Because I'm just not that powerful. Can't go there. I'll just do what they do.
Yeah. No, if you go with Joe Perry, you will do what Joe Perry tells you.
Right?
Yeah, of course you will.
Right. So anyway, Droopy, You're having a great time.
Yes.
But you are already going to Europe.
Anyway, fucking Droopy.
In other news,
Fucking going anywhere now.
a 15-year-old rescue horse named Richard,
Is that old for a horse?
probably.
Okay.
Richard is in need of help.
No.
Well, we already rescued him once. Goddamn.
Well, now he needs to be rescued from untreated penis cancer.
Cut it off. You don't need that if you're a horse.
I imagine Richard still wants it.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, ask him.
Yeah, turn it into a clit.
They-
What? I'm not saying like take his balls off. Leave the balls. Just cut it. Cut it off so he pisses out of a hole.
Well, the horse's penis is constantly swelling with fluid, and when it
Yeah, so's mine. You don't hear me bitching about it.
Hey!
when it drains out, it runs down the horse's back legs and freezes.
Yeah, so's mine. You don't hear me bitching about it.
People are looking to raise $3,000 to treat the cancer and help build Richard a new penis.
Fuck off.
You hear that? Humans of the world who are suffering that no one cares about.
I know.
Horse dick trumps you. Really, what's so bad if they cut his dick off and he just pees all over the place? What is he doing currently?
Peeing all over the place? Yeah. Wait, now he's going to be a messy urinator? He lives in the fucking woods. It's not like he has to hit a bowl.
Like, if I live in that town and I'm having trouble paying medical bills, I'm so offended.
I'm shooting that horse in the head in the middle of the night. Wait. I mean, I'm making jokes. But seriously, $3,000. Just can't, I mean, can't
the
doc...
rescuer said that they usually would put a horse like that down, but
Yeah.
he suffered so much from his cancer penis, they want to give him a little bit of comfort.
Give him horse heroin.
Yeah, and do you know how much a horse dick can fetch on the open market?
Right, we'd buy
As
it.
someone who was once in the market.
Slightly used, massive cancer.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would have been the cherry on top of that cheetah's performance.
Oh, that we told him that it was rubbed, it's had cancer that he
It
was
was
sucking
a
on.
cancer horse dick.
Oh.
In other news, a man in India was
Yes.
in the hospital visiting a relative when, for an unknown reason, a junior staff member asked him to hold an oxygen tank. The man walked near an MRI machine,
Oh, I heard about this.
which he was misled to believe was turned off, and got sucked inside by the machine's powerful magnet.
Because it's metal, Michael. You're not supposed to wear metal in the machines.
Okay.
Well, this guy had a giant piece of metal in his hand right near the machine.
Yes.
And he got sucked into the vortex of the spirit world.
And then what happens?
The oxygen tank that he was holding ruptured.
Blew up, right?
It chopped off a few of his fingers, and as the liquid oxygen poured out of the tank, it shot right in his mouth.
He died, right?
He died of oxygen?
Oxygen poisoning, yes.
Too much oxygen.
Shortly after being freed from the machine.
Yeah, well, that's what everybody, when you say, it's like, don't use your phone on the plane. Okay, that might be a lie. But when they say don't have metal objects in that thingamachine, don't fucking have them.
The junior staff member who gave him the tank to hold has been arrested, along with the doctor.
Whoa! Well, good, because that is negligent shit right there.
Yeah, because they're bound to do that again.
Right. That was the first of many old man explosions to come.
They were not going to learn their lesson.
That duo were looking to fucking end their community.
Do you know who Heather North is?
Heather North?
Yes.
No.
She did the voice of Daphne on Scooby-Doo.
The one with the glasses?
No, that's Velma, right?
The hot bitch?
Daphne was the sexy one.
All right,
Yeah. Okay, what about her?
Well, she's dead.
Oh.
Moving on. A Canadian couple in their early 20s took a vacation together to the Dominican Republic.
I love the Dominican Republic. I'd like to go there.
After taking a stroll on one of the resort beaches,
Yeah.
they noticed that both of their feet had begun to itch.
Oh, no.
It got to the point where
Acid
they could barely
sand.
walk, and after a visit to the hospital,
It ate her feet off.
they learned their feet had been infested with parasitic hookworms.
Oh! Oh, I didn't even know what that is, and it sounds so bad. It ate their feet. Wait, did it really eat their feet? Or is that just like their skin is like, oh my god, my
Wait, it's
man.
the
Wait,
worms.
are they in there?
Were their feet
Yes.
kind of nasty to begin with? Because
I
even the
don't
bit
think so.
that's unaffected looks kind of.
I believe it swells them up.
I mean, this is the gnarliest thing I've ever seen in my life. This is like scanners. You can see the worms in the fucking toes. They're feasting. They're coming up to eat her.
Yes, I've heard of toe rings, but this is ridiculous.
The parasites live in the intestines of animals, and their larvae can burrow into flesh that comes in contact with shit-infected soil or sand.
Hell yeah!
So they went to Shit Beach,
Oh, shit beach.
and they're paying the price.
Their feet became irritated and swollen with worms.
Oh.
The
Do you cut them off? Do you burn them? How do you get them out?
There is some treatment, but the infection usually goes away on their own because the worms can't live in human flesh for more than 6 weeks.
Oh, that's great news.
Just ride it out for 6 disgusting weeks.
Worm feet for 6 weeks. Man, you gotta be high. Like, yeah, I'm on so many drugs. That's not even fair. To know that the worms are still in there, what sort of a, it's not the pain. It's the, I don't want to be in my head. I can't know there's worms in my feet. So, wait, and then they just come out
They die.
and stay in there?
And then I guess your body just starts taking out the trash, right?
It doesn't sound very
I'll
pleasant.
cut my own feet off. Fuck it. I'm
You
outta
must have
here.
had some worms inside you at some point or another.
Who, me?
Oh, Droopy.
Oh.
Yeah, but I usually will just drag my asshole across the carpet for a few hours, and that solves everything.
That is pretty cool when they do that. That's good. Anyway.
Feels great. In other news, 2 novice treasure hunters were scanning their metal detectors on the Suffolk-Essex border in the UK when their detectors went off.
Hmm.
The 2 men uncovered 50 gold coins from the Roman Empire, which they valued at £250,000. Upon closer inspection, they learned the gold coins were actually props left over from the filming of a BBC comedy series called The Detectorists.
Is that a word?
Detectorists?
That's the name of the TV show.
Oh, was it like because it's a comedy? So instead of saying detectives, they called them detectorists?
Yes. So
Oh.
they found a bunch of
Props.
fake prop coins that were buried.
Oh,
Well, that's what you get for being a fucking amateur fucking loser.
Yeah, I mean, metal detective promised guaranteed riches. What the fuck?
Guarantee you found out you're a fucking loser.
Who even cares? When we were in Bali,
Metal detector did it for you.
my wife got some old like Chinese coin or something in the ocean, and it's cool as hell, and it's clearly like really really old. And she looked it up, and it's like if it's a replica, it's worthless, and if it's the real thing, it's from like 1830, and it's worth like $5.
Ah, fucker.
Like that was like the score of all scores, and it's still bullshit.
I hate that.
A Chinese gamer was in the middle of a massive gaming binge in an internet cafe and decided to finally take a bathroom break after 20 hours.
Wait, like the shit, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
When he tried to stand up, he realized he couldn't. His friends tried to assist him, but the man was found unable to move anything from the waist down. An ambulance had to be called, and he's now currently under medical supervision for his paralysis.
It's not like he was doing anything important with any part of his body from the waist down.
Haha!
And finally today, a Texas woman fell ill after eating a raw oyster from a market in Louisiana and developed a severe rash on her legs and had trouble breathing.
What an idiot.
Within 24 hours, she was told she had contracted the flesh-eating bacteria vibriosis.
Yeah!
Normally, people will die within a day or two of contracting the flesh-eating bacteria, but the woman survived for 21 excruciating days before finally succumbing.
That's gangster. Good for her.
Man, she just made her family watch her die slowly over the course of 3 weeks.
Right? Like, way
Talk
to go.
about shellfish.
Right? I'm fucking... I mean, that was so good that I'm almost pumped on it. But I want to leave, though. Is that... I want to drop his mic and leave. I don't know what the fuck to do. Dickhead. Shit. Anyway.
This has been today's installment of Bad News.
Fucking Droopy.
So, in other animal-related goings-on, there is a meme that's been making the rounds on the internet involving animals. I know, Kevin, you have taken an interest in this, and I believe Andrew has as well. I'll describe for the listener. There are 9 photos arranged a la the opening credits of the Brady Bunch, and it's pictures of animals in each of the 9, and it says, pick 2. They will defend you. The rest are coming to kill you. Okay? So the idea, Jason, is that you would pick 2 of these animals to defend you while the other 7 tried to kill you and your 2 chosen counterparts.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I mean, that's,
But you get different multiples of things, right? Like there are 50, you can have 15 wolves, you can have 4 lions, you can have 5 gorillas.
Do you get 2 of each thing?
No,
So-
you get whatever number it says. So 3.
No, I'm saying, do you get to pick...
You can pick 2.
Right, so I'm wolves and and alligators easily.
So you get 10 alligators and 15 wolves, and
That's
they
it.
will defend you against 7. What are those? Bulls?
Yeah.
Yes, bulls.
And you got your 5 gorillas, your 4 lions, your 3 grizzly bears, 1 man who is armed,
With a shotgun.
and
Is that a shotgun or a rifle?
It's a
It's
shotgun.
is it?
Looks
Okay.
like a shotgun, but whatever.
And then you got 50 eagles, and the 10,000 is, what are those?
Rats.
Oh,
And so this meme started in Canada, and it went crazy up there. And I thought the answer was really simple until I've started to think about it some more, and I'm still sticking with the Eagles.
Yeah, you're the dumbest. But
Definitely
that's what
need-
Katie said. That's the dumbest thing ever, because what can an eagle do?
But you need an air attack.
Why? Yes, you do need an air attack. If you, when you get when you land, you attack. What can an eagle do?
Well, I think an eagle.
It can't
can
do
take-
damage. It could kill 1,000 rats. I'll give you that.
Well, see, I had 10,000 rats and 50 eagles as my first choice.
Yeah, the eagles are gonna eat the rats
Wow.
and die.
those
Yeah.
are probably the 2 worst choices.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, the wildebeest or the whatever the bulls are the worst choice, because they're not. Because I'm looking at the eagles as being like an offensive defensive force, and
Oh,
going
God.
out and striking down things. I mean, Kevin's response to my 10,000 rats was, "Well, I'll have the bears, and it'll just roll over and kill hundreds of them."
Wait, you're picking bears? Because bears is stupid because they're out for half a year. You fucking idiot.
Well, no, I was saying this because Andrew was trying to make the case for the 10,000 rats because there's 10,000 of them,
Yeah.
and I just, as an example, said like if a bunch of rats jumped on a bear to bite them, I figured the bear would stop, drop, and roll and just crush any rat that attached itself to it.
Yeah, I mean, a rat that is in full attack mode, 10,000 is a lot, man.
Right?
But
I think you guys are underestimating the rats because 10,000 is a lot.
yeah, but if I've got 10 alligators, rats aren't piercing the alligator's skin, so they got all the time in the world to eat those fucking idiots.
Right, but aren't the eagles clawing out the alligator's eyes?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've said this, but
I
you're
just
an
think-
absolute idiot.
I think the eagles are the for sure one you have to go with. 50 of them.
I I think it's ridiculous that they would pull their eyes out, but even if they did, I don't think alligators are still stoppable with no eyes. I don't think they care.
But it's 5 eagles per alligator.
Right,
which
but
I think
it
is
does make a point that they can't see. Anything is rendered pretty useless. Like, pretty much, can an eagle get out any of these animals' eyes?
Right.
Because if so, then yeah, the eagle is, you render you neutralize most of these animals by making them blind.
Also, are these eagles just going off of instinct? Or
I
are
know,
you
right?
commanding them to eat eyes?
I know, because they're
Well,
not.
yeah.
You have to say they're not commanded to eat eyes.
Yeah.
They're gonna attack. They'll swoop down and peck you.
So they can
Like,
just be
they're
biting
fucking
the
used-
bear's shoulder when he's like, "Get off!" and
Right.
he just fucking kills the eagle.
Right. There's no way you know how eagles, they don't just like stand in front of stuff. They just come down, swoop, take a pick. Like, it's easy to kill
right,
them.
50 of them. 50 of them.
Yeah.
Like, I read the article that Andrew sent out with this meme attached to it, and it seemed like everybody that was weighing in on it said you have to have the eagles be one of your choices, and that did not make sense to me. I
Yeah.
don't feel like 50 eagles are really fucking up much.
Well, you got to look
Except
at what it's
annoying the
fucking
big
up.
ones.
I mean, 50 eagles could fuck up a man with a gun because he can't shoot 50 eagles if they're all attacking him.
Yeah.
But 50 eagles can't kill 15 wolves. 15 wolves don't sit there and let you fucking go like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're a gang. They team up and do stuff together. They don't just like, they wouldn't even, If it was that much of a swarm, they'd bail.
But I'm looking at like 3 or 4 eagles attacking each wolf. I think that's a fight that the eagle is going to win.
Let me just throw this out there in general. To my mind, it doesn't look like there's any 2 things you could pick where you wouldn't lose badly to the other 7.
You think it's completely impossible?
Well,
to win
okay,
this?
just for starters, right? So none of us are picking the guy with the shotgun, right?
No.
Okay, so now I have 2 sets of animals on either side of me while 6 sets of animals run at us, and that guy just shoots me.
Yeah, but he's got to shoot
Yes,
10 times.
but I'm trying to preserve me. I'm trying to not die. If there's a guy with a shotgun, I pretty much just need him because otherwise he is guaranteed to kill me instantly if he's on the other team.
Yeah, it's the alligators and the guy with the gun.
But I'm saying...
And you're still going down.
But I'm saying you're
well-
100 yards apart at the start.
Yeah, though, look, dude, if you're a man and you've got 10 alligators and you've got a gun, because to me, the next worst thing is a guy with a gun who's got to face a fuck off eagles. That don't scare me for shit. Goddamn 5 gorillas, dude. Like, a gorilla gets a hold of a man, you're fucking done. And I don't know how many shots can... Like, I don't think a shot stops a gorilla. I feel like it's got to be, 5 shots, and there's 5 of them. And a gorilla could pull alligators apart.
Yeah, I was moving towards eagles and gorillas. Because they're just the sheer volume of rats was at first very intimidating, and those things can swarm and just tear people apart. But Kevin's stop, drop, and roll defense made sense as well.
Yeah, I think I might go gorilla and man.
See, I'm taking gorilla and the lions. You got 9 gigantic animals.
You're all gonna die.
All right, I had also...
Every one of us is gonna die.
Well, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die riding on the back of a
See,
gorilla.
I don't think everyone's gonna die. I just don't. I would like to. How do you kill 10 alligators? I mean, how do you do that? They are very resilient.
I'm hoping the gorilla jumps up and lands in the center of all of
Like,
them,
I don't think-
squashing a few with his feet, and then just Donkey Kong pounds his fists.
Like like a gorilla could kill an alligator, but all the other creatures there can't kill an alligator.
Not a
So
grizzly bear.
15 wolves can't defeat 10 alligators.
I don't think so, because you
That is tough, yeah.
can't get through their skin. Like they've got to get the alligator by the neck and kill the alligator, and it's like, I'm assuming these alligators are of decent size. It can't be some pussy alligator. So it's like when you get a hold of one, they just flick to the side and bite you, and you ain't getting out of that. The only person who's getting out of that is Gorilla Guy, because Gorilla Guy can pull you in half.
So I'd written also a couple other animal combinations that I thought could work for this meme.
Oh, yes.
So you guys might want to just like say no, that's not realistic or whatever. What if I put 8 rhinos in the mix?
Why 8? Because one rhino would win this whole thing.
Really?
Yes. A rhino is superior to what they laughs at these guys.
I don't know. I think even if you just had 10 of the alligators and the 15 wolves all attacking a rhino at the same time, they could take it down.
Okay. I mean, no. If you say in the water, because you can't, because then the wolves can't. So if it's on the ground, alligators have no chance on the ground against the rhino. You can't say he goes in the water, has all the alligators eat him, and then he comes out and fights the wolves. It has to be one spot. So if it's in the water, it's not against the wolves.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's on the ground, alligators are pretty fucking 6 inches up, and that's about it. They can't go high, and a rhino is like, it's a dinosaur. It weighs
got a
like,
horn, yeah.
it stands on an alligator, and an alligator is dead instantly.
2 elephants.
I don't think elephants are that good of fighters.
No, they fuck everybody up in the jungle though. The lions run away from them. I've seen video.
I think it's just a respect thing.
They just know.
All right.
I believe that the toughest, the king of kings is the hippopotamus. I believe the hippopotamus is the most indestructible creature alive on the planet. And he's land and sea, motherfucker.
Or what about 500 crows?
I mean, the difference with that is 500 crows. Crows are the only birds in the world that remember stuff. So this fight, if you don't get all 500 of them, that's 500 motherfuckers that are personally looking for you for the rest of your life.
What happens 50 eagles versus 500 crows?
crows win, right? I mean,
They're not really
10
like
times
10
the
to
amount.
1.
yeah, but they're not really like death machines.
even
And
he's
they
an
peck.
eagle. I've hung out with eagles before. They're a fucking bird.
I think the crows, because once you like, if enough of them are like dive bombing or just throwing themselves at it, you just have to do a little bit of damage to their wings, and they're fucking grounded.
It's a really long fight, I know that.
Look, it's pretty obvious to me that what you do is you get the guy because you need him, otherwise he just kills you. And so wait, I'm fighting like bare knuckle. He's
Right,
got
you're
a
at
gun.
you're at one end zone. The other group is at the other end zone.
but
and
but
then
he
you
has
just
a
have
gun.
to-
I do not get a gun.
Right.
So I'm worthless in this.
I feel like in this scenario, you're basically like a king in chess. You're not really doing shit.
No, it
Just-
says, "Oh, I see. Right, they're coming to kill you." So I just sit
Yeah.
on my throne and hope they don't get to me.
Yeah.
I just get the guy with the gun, and I get the eagles, and I hope to hell that it occurs to them to pick out a bunch of eyes, because that's really the only chance I've got. He shoots everybody, and I hope that in the meantime, eagle pecks out everybody's eyes.
What
Otherwise,
about-
I'm just
what about
fucked,
this?
no matter
What
which
about-
way you slice it?
What about if the wolves were like actually zoned you and booby trapped you into like a thing where they could get you from all angles and told the gorillas that? And then it was like they booby trapped you into the woods and then surrounded you from all angles and took you out with their 5 gorillas. Because a gorilla, one punch from a gorilla or a hammer fist, the lion's unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that 5 gorillas can beat 7 buffalo, because I know that a gorilla, it has hands.
Yes.
I mean, it has this thing where it can pull your fucking jaw off.
Yeah.
You don't have no hands.
Well, I don't think bulls have much of a motor, right? I think they wear out relatively
They
quickly.
do gas. I've fought a couple of bulls in my time. I gas fast. But those first couple of blows, you got to watch out for those.
Yeah.
And an alligator, yeah, I'm going, yeah. Well, I don't know.
2 last animal combinations. What if you had 12 cheetahs?
I mean, you'd look cool,
Right.
but you're not going to win.
Okay.
They'd run to their death very fast.
Yeah.
200 cobras.
What the fuck for?
To kill everything? Because you could, if they bite the wolves or the gorilla or the bear, those ones are going down, right?
Wolves kill snakes easy. Bears kill snakes. Eagles kill snakes. I don't even know if a fucking gorilla gives a fuck about a snake biting him.
Right.
Seriously, are they that big that they're just like, hey, get off me?
Yeah, is that venom gonna fuck up a gorilla?
Yeah, does it just go, ah?
Well, a couple hundred would.
Yeah, but he's got to fight all 100 of them. And they've got to be alive while he pulls them in half.
It's true. Well, this fascinated me for hours.
Right. Oh, I'm happy
I
for
was
you.
playing it out in my mind.
Is that it, boss? Or what do you got?
I also continued my great Googling skills at work and got some new animals having sex sounds for you guys to play. Kevin and I pulled some animals boning.
Why?
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, that you guys wanted more animal sex noises.
Yes. Remember we were saying that how long has it been since we've listened to animals fuck?
Man, I'm super punchy. I was asking for animal sex?
Yeah, I think the original idea was we were going to see if you could tell the difference between animals and humans having sex.
Right, so that's what I wanted to do. But instead you're just going to give me audio of animals fucking?
I think from what we found, that it's painfully obvious when it's a human or an animal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Even if it's a European guy?
I know, right?
still pretty obvious. But instead, so we've got 9 different clips of animals having sex.
Are we going to guess the animals?
You are going to guess the animals.
The clips are on the games page.
Here we go.
Tamagwai.
That's some sort of monkey fucking. I think it's fairly
It's a
obvious.
possum fucking.
That is either a cat, a dog, a rabbit, or a chimp.
It's a chimp. Obviously.
Yeah, it's a chimp.
As anyone who's ever had sex with a monkey would instantly know.
That is not. That is a cat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, that cat was getting it.
Right?
Man, my cats don't do it good, I guess.
Can I hear it one more time?
We have to.
It really sounds like Gizmo from the Gremlins.
Good for them. I mean, they always want it. I'm glad they enjoy it when they finally get it.
Yeah.
Kevin sent me that clip. It was a rather violent fucking.
That's how cats do it.
Yeah.
What's next?
Clip 2.
This is Kevin.
I was gonna say.
This is totally you fucking.
That's goat fucking across the USA right there.
That
Like
is-
she's trying to get away. Don't get me wrong, it's consensual, you know, but he's like from room to room. It's like part of the seduction for you guys.
would you say it's either sheep, goat, llama, or cow?
Goat.
Sheep, by which I mean Kevin.
That is a point for Jason. That is a goat fucking.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but I know what a goat sounds like when it's fucking.
Clip number 3.
That's a bear fucking.
That's Cthulhu.
That is
Is
either
that a Russian guy?
a lion, a jaguar, a puma, or a tiger.
Oh, it's a lion.
It's a guy in a Puma tracksuit. Like I said, it's a Russian. Yes. That was probably from West Hollywood somewhere.
He's probably pretty pissed everyone's taking photos of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Right? The goddamn sequence of it.
Bunch
Cum-
of zoo perverts.
Cum shot sequence.
TMZ of animal fucking.
Tully, what was your guess?
Russian guy.
Russian guy? That was a tiger. No points.
Ah.
Man.
Clip
close.
number 4.
That's my homie Turtle.
This
Giving
is
it.
Kevin again.
This guy goes for it.
This is me during foreplay.
This is my guy.
I feel like Kevin's like got his face up against a prolapsed anus and he's making this noise.
Good for
Right?
him.
You feel me?
Jason, you were right. That is that famous turtle fucking. Clip number
Who can
5.
forget?
That's a goldfish.
That's scary because it's almost human. It's
It sounds like when
like a human duck lady.
It sounds like when Shenanigans Guns was doing
I
workouts.
don't do. Move on. Is it a duck lady?
That is either a crow, an ostrich, an eagle, or a parrot.
A
Oh,
duckupus.
parrot.
Yeah, there you go. It's a parrot.
You both are correct.
Yeah.
It is a parrot.
Oh
Number
wow.
s-
So there's like some sexy lady that gets boned in the house all the time, and the parrot.
Yeah, it sounds just like that.
Oh, that's what it is.
I get it.
Okay.
Clip number 6.
I mean, who kind of gives it away a little bit, right?
Well, you got to go specific.
It's
Is
a
that-
gorilla fucking a monkey, or it's a gorilla fucking another gorilla with a bunch of monkeys going, holy shit. That's a huge gorilla dick.
Orangutan, chimp, baboon, or gorilla?
It's the
Gorilla.
one with the big flat face.
That would be orangutan.
Sure.
That is right for Jason. That is gorilla.
Yeah.
God, I thought I knew my primate fucking.
Clip 7.
You gotta fuck more monkeys.
Dude, I went out with this chick.
I was
for,
gonna
like, a
say, damn
weekend.
it. Fucking stole my shit.
Like one weekend, and I was like,
I
oh,
can't
God,
even-
Not this too.
I can't even finish it. Like, that is crazy.
Yeah, it sounds
She
like
was-
Flash Gordon's ray gun.
She's like, oh, let me pick you up at work. And I was like, God, I was actually kind of looking forward to just riding
can
the
tell.
train by myself. She's like, no, I'll totally pick you up. I was like, okay, fine. And then when we got to the house, I was like, God, I guess I have to invite you in now. You drove me all the way back to my house. And then she like sat in my bed, and I was like, oh, it's going to be, oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I'll sure, fine, we'll do that.
And then she fucked you and she was like, pew pew, pew pew.
And then she made that noise.
I can't do it.
Oh man, that hurts.
I know, right?
Hamster, guinea pig, mice, or rats?
Hamster.
I don't remember her name.
That was a guinea pig.
Damn it.
Clip number 8.
Horse fucking. Horse. Horse
That's
fucking, baby.
Fairly horsey.
Yeah, that was a horse.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
And lastly, clip 9.
That's a fart. That's like a lion farting. It's a blumpkin. It's a lion blumpkin.
Yeah, it's like if a fart had sex.
It's a yak. Is it a yak?
It is a lion, a leopard, a cheetah, or a cheetah.
It's a lion. I guess she really likes it, and he's happy about it.
No, I think your cheetah's your more sensual jungle cat.
Sounds like a Wookiee.
And she really came.
Jason's correct. That's a lion.
Boom!
You got 6 out of the 9, Jason. That's pretty impressive.
That's well, fucking animal.
Speaking of animals and fucking, Terry Irwin says she hasn't dated since Steve Irwin's untimely demise.
I don't know if that's exactly true.
Been rumors to the contrary involving her and Russell Crowe.
That's all I'm saying.
She says she has not been on a date in 27 years. Has he been dead for 27 years?
Yeah. He died Vulcan display power. I don't know.
No, that must have been when they got together, right?
Yeah, it sort of implies that they never went on dates, right?
Just
Yeah,
a
that's
business
not
deal.
sad.
He died in 2006. So yeah, we know what she's saying. She hasn't been on a date since she met the crocodile hunter.
Right.
It's been so long.
Tons of people haven't been on a date since he died.
Well, I've had a couple of lovely women ask me out because they figured that's the case.
Fuck.
Well, if two beautiful kids are really full plate, I've already had my hippo liver after.
Oh. Man.
That's grim.
I'm so glad the Crow Dog's just underboning her. Because it's happening. It is for sure happening. I want to mention that today at 5 Pacific, I'll be live for an episode of Ellis on YouTube with Malice. So, an in-depth interview with a person who I want to know about how her junkie years. I want to hear about all this weird shit.
Yeah, she's got to have some stories.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, just to be that sober and not even... She doesn't go to meetings. She's not a member of fucking anything. She's just... I used to be a full-on homeless junkie, and now I'm just... You know, and she works every night and hangs out with people that do drugs all the time. Doesn't do anything. Never does.
I don't think I've ever gone out driving around town where I haven't seen Malice walking her dogs.
Right, she does run
I
the
think she
streets.
just works and walks her dogs.
Yeah. Kinda. Well, she's doing that today, but in the middle of it, she's going to come over to my house and do a show. So check it out.
And also, we should let people know that there's this streaming free listening period with the SiriusXM app. Starts today, runs through next week. Obviously, everybody listening to this has a SiriusXM subscription, but maybe you don't have the app. There's lots of extra stuff on the app, like on-demand episodes and past interviews from the show, and of course, the Jason Ellis Show channel. So if anybody has ever wondered, go ahead and download it, and you can listen to it free for a week.
We'll be back.
Coming back, so you got about 20, 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to run through some headlines and take final calls, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't do any of the headlines. We never brought up the flamethrowers, right?
I don't think so.
Did you say Final Call sign?
Yeah.
Jason Ellis Show.
Elon Musk is a very, 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 very seemingly impossibly busy man. He's got the Tesla automotive company, and he's sending rockets to space, and they're sending
Making people crash into each other on the highway.
What Teslas are?
No, by making that thing go in the sky, people looked up and rammed each other on the freeway.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Tons of people did.
Yeah, they're apparently really sending private space tourists up like this year. So we've been hearing about that for a while. That's actually finally going to start to begin. And he's also drilling a humongous hole underneath the city of Los Angeles that will hopefully one day allow people to drive, who are driving through the city, to drive under it without having to actually go through the city.
Cool. Can I have a flamethrower now?
And on top of all that, his boring company, which is the company that is boring that hole, has released a limited edition flamethrower, which lots and lots of people are buying.
I'm kind of pissed that we don't have one.
It's
I mean,
not
the
too
show
late.
should have one.
It's not too late.
You know, I mean,
the show
serious,
does not
if
need one.
If you're listening, yes, it does. Shh. I mean, you might be right, Michael, but seriously, if you're listening, faction talk, I don't know. In my next contract, I'm going to need a flamethrower. Or I'm not going to be here.
I'm sure you could get that written.
Just to name a few things that aren't going to be that I'm going to need.
Well, I don't know about the rest of them, but if you demanded that as a signing bonus, I guarantee you would get it.
I feel good about it.
I promise you.
I know.
Yeah. $500 each plus tax.
That's fucking good.
With a complimentary fire extinguisher.
Makes sense. That kind of, I would want that.
But you guys seem less than totally.
Look at that thing. Looks so good.
Yeah, it looks like a stormtrooper gun.
Looks like it's ready to go. You fucking set people on fire. It's the ultimate at home security. Wait, you're gonna set your house on fire. So what? He's not coming back.
You're right. They're going to start shipping them in the spring, which is soon. But you guys were a little divided on how excited you were about this flamethrower.
What? Yeah, but those guys, you have to wear a fucking tank on your back. These guys, it's just the gun, ready to go.
I believe.
But that one is the real thing. It's a convenient one. With less, like, yeah, it doesn't do 20-foot flames, but it still shoots flames out of it.
How far did they go?
Like 2 feet. I mean, you could light a cigarette with your gun. You could light a fire with it. I was saying, go camping with it and light your fires with it. With your boring gun.
No, seriously though, what? I'm not trying to be the wet blanket here. You guys have all the flamethrowers you want. It's your business.
Yeah.
What would you do with
Set fire to my friend asleep.
You would not actually do that.
Well, I would burn him. I wouldn't set fire to him like he died, but I would definitely like.
I don't believe you'd even do that.
I'd shoot his foot or something.
I don't think you would.
Or his hair. Set his hair on fire.
No, I definitely am sure you wouldn't do that.
What
would you really do with it?
I would
Anybody.
burn people.
No, you wouldn't.
I would. God, why do you keep telling me I wouldn't burn people?
Because you actually don't have the guts.
Give me that fucking flamethrower. I mean, I'm not going to do it to you because you'll get super pissy, but I'm going to shoot somebody with it. I'm not saying like, and you're on fire running out of the building.
Great. So you have it, and then
I'm saying poof, and you go, whoa!
Right.
Did you just? And I'll be like, fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah. So you do that one time.
Yeah, to everybody I know.
Would you really?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, not everybody I know, just people that I would think.
I know. I could
they
pretty
would
much
get
put
it.
your phone into, and I know who you would.
Right.
Not.
Yeah, Eddie, I'm burning for sure. More than once for Eddie. He probably gets shot a lot.
Okay.
You know, show my son. Probably we'd get in one of those buggies and then like shoot the flamethrower out the side while I'm driving the buggy.
Some people would say it's bad parenting to shoot your son with a flamethrower.
Yeah, but it's not, like I said, it's just like a quick flash of fire. It's not a burn. Like he's not going to hospital. Man.
Well, in any event, they're now sold out, so you'll have to get your Boring Company flamethrower on the secondary market.
Well, I'm sure SiriusXM could get one for, you know what I mean? They know people.
Well, it'll be really easy because your contract's up over the summer, and these are going to ship in the spring, and then after 20,000 people have it, a week later, I would say about 19,000 of them are going to be for sale on eBay.
Yeah.
When people realize that actually there's no fucking reason on earth to have a flamethrower.
Whoa! I really don't like your tone. I mean,
they got hats.
Everybody should have a flamethrower. I'm sorry, but look, you're right. I'm not going to use it every day, but from time to time, I am going to use it, and I'm going to rule. You know, it's going to be like a ruling cool thing to do, where it's like, man, I wish you could. Yeah, you know, your friends would be like inappropriate, but my friends, if I set something on fire, they'd be like, yeah, and then, you know, I don't know. Probably be better in Australia, I just realised. But camping, you could fucking rule with the flamethrower at camping.
It sounds kind of dangerous. I get it would be the wet blanket, but...
I completely agree that it's dangerous. Hence the attraction to it.
This is like...
I mean, should I get a blowjob from a stripper?
Our state is constantly... Yeah, but this would be way more dangerous than getting a blowjob.
That's not the blowjobs I've got.
On the verge of burning down. And you're just gonna set a couple trees on fire?
Dude,
and
it's
hope
just
for
like
the best?
but that's like having I mean, you could make a fire with a lighter. This is just a bigger fire. What about when you have a campfire? It's a bigger fire than it's coming out of the gun. That is very dangerous. Just don't, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be, like, don't shoot the front of your car with it for 20 minutes and see if it heats up the engine. Like, it's just common sense. Like saying a gun's very dangerous. It is. Common sense with it. Like, it wouldn't be like, hey, Tiger, why don't you and your friend go fuck around with the flamethrower for an hour in the backyard? Like, it's a gun. Like, it's a real gun. I would consider it a real gun, which I still call my guns fun, you know?
I think I can think of more things to do with a gun than with a flamethrower. Personally,
Yeah,
when it really comes down to
dude.
it's
I
cooler.
mean, guns, I shoot targets a lot. And
that's what I mean.
They ain't moving.
I know, but it's cooler for me to own a flamethrower than a gun. But when it actually comes down to it, I can do stuff with a gun. I can sit around all day and shoot stuff.
I could definitely get I could tie a rope from one tree to another, and then I could have like a thing tied to the rope and throw it down the rope like a flying fox, and then flamethrower it so it's on fire going across the rope.
And that's okay. That's pretty good.
I could heat up a dab bong and do a dab from my flamethrower.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was 18, looking for followers.
Oh yeah. No, you make Instagram videos with it for sure.
There's that. And I mean, you can go down a water slide with it. I mean,
I like that.
the potential's enormous.
Somebody on the phone says you can use it for snow removal. Sure.
Right. Yep. That's right.
Now that is great. You just walk out in front of your house because clearing snow is annoying, and
not with a flamethrower. It isn't.
It actually, I agree with you. And it actually annoys me how much people get paid to remove snow nowadays because it's wildly outpaced inflation. I used to do it for, I'm not fucking kidding, like $3. I would do houses for under $10, and now they want like 90.
What kids do?
Well, I don't know how many.
Or
kids
it's more
do
like
it.
an adult's charging, and now what? Now it's 90. But if it's a kid, fucking 90.
Dude, I just looked up on my phone because I keep hearing about TaskRabbit. You know TaskRabbit? It's like you just get people to do one-off jobs for you.
No.
And I was like, okay, how much would it cost for somebody to like clean my house on TaskRabbit? And all these fucking douches who look like the guy that would like be annoying to you at a coffee shop in LA kind of guy. They're like, no, I'll totally clean your house for like $75 an hour.
Oh, okay, right.
Like $75 an hour, and you're not even like a professional cleaner. You're a professional douche.
I mean, you didn't hire him. Maybe he is an immaculate. Maybe it's another level of cleaning.
Maybe it's great. $75 an hour for cleaning houses, boy.
Wait, it's a
I'm
job.
in the wrong
What's wrong with
business.
that?
Huh?
It's a job.
That's a very high hourly wage for what is minimally skilled labor.
Maybe he blows you or something.
Maybe.
You said he was handsome, right?
There was more than one guy.
Maybe that's the thing that's going on now. That's like maybe handsome guys clean houses and jerk guys off.
Maybe.
$75 an hour plus tips.
I would think there'd be a separate website for that service, but
I don't know.
I was really surprised, man. I just have no sense of anything anymore.
David's got a great idea for if you had a flamethrower. Go ahead, David. Boom. Thanks.
Okay, wait. Let me talk about that real quick. How?
I would do one, but I'd put it on a spit. I'd have somebody rotating it while I was flamethrowing it. Yeah. Yeah, rotisserie pig. Yeah, or a chicken or anything, really. You can put it on a stick. Oh, fuck, is that how long it goes? Fuck that other one. Fuck yeah. Look, and the kids are doing it.
It's like a father and a son out in a parking lot, and they're just shooting.
The daughter.
I'm sorry, yeah, thank you. They're shooting flames out.
They're crossing the streams, which I was told you're not allowed to do.
No, they look like Ghostbusters for sure.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
But yeah, they stood there in a parking lot and they shot it straight up, and now they're out of fuel. And are they going to really want to do that a second time?
Man, I feel like you're just saying, like, why would anybody want to buy something that you don't really care about? And I'm like, yeah, sure. But some people like this shit.
I'm just saying, yeah, this guy's really
like
into
me.
the Ghostbusters.
Whoa! Oh, it shoots fire loads. Whoa! It shoots fire. It comes out. Oh, whoa, gas. Weird. Oh, he squirts gas and then he hits the trigger thing.
Yeah, exactly. He gives the gas a little bit of a lead and then he shoots the fire after it.
Wow. But I'm like, look, dude. If I'm shooting fire and it looks like it squirts out and then it leaves my gun and then it's just this big fire rod that shoots out somewhere, I'm hours and hours all the time. Hey, come around, shooting it.
Maybe
everybody's loving it.
Maybe you're right. What I'm saying is, no, this is not my cup of tea. I'm
That's
just saying
all.
that I have a hard time believing that most people who would buy this would actually be amused by it for more than an hour.
Yeah, well, I actually
You might
hear
be the
from a lot.
exception.
I hear a lot of people that buy guns do the same thing. Actually, so you're probably right.
What do you mean they get bored of their guns?
No, a lot of people buy guns and they don't even use them, or they only use it one time, and then that's the end of it. Sort of like more of a thing that they can show people, like at nighttime. Like they don't actually.
Like when they get really wasted. Hey, you want to see some?
So I don't know, dude. But from what I am
You
told,
want to come to the bathroom with me? I'll show you something.
it's pretty rare that people that buy guns actually go to the range and use them. From what I hear.
Yeah. Okay, like, yeah, this guy's got like an old car he's incinerating with a flamethrower. Absolutely.
Look, dude, if you live in
understand that.
Vegas, this is a possibility. You know what I mean? If you could find an old car and you and your friends could flamethrow a fucking car, I'm there.
Yes.
Right. He would. That okay. I would. Okay. Now, they would have. Where'd Ellis go? He's at. He fucking just set fire to Johnny Depp's car with the flamethrower.
Yeah.
People are gonna love me.
Yeah.
They'll be like, wow, he's on the edge of creativity. I'll be like, look at this! It's art! You know? And I'll take photos of it, maybe I'll paint it.
I never stop furthering my art!
Sorry, Johnny, but this car craves art!
Creative drive over here!
Freedom, baby! Woo! Yeah, look at those things. Fuck, $900. Christmas.
Yeah.
That is mine.
For those who want to grab the world by the pussy, here's your shit.
Yep. Sold.
The XM42M flamethrower.
I'm just happy to know that there's still a chance for me to have a flamethrower before I die.
Oh, there is. This is the golden age of personal flamethrower ownership.
Right. Well, SiriusXM, now you know how to, instead of sending me frozen fish cakes, flamethrower.
Enough with the frozen fish cakes.
Yeah.
What was their Antifa thing on there? Yeah, gun people are very angry at Antifa.
Yeah. Did you know that Ministry have a song called Antifa? Does that mean they like them or they hate them?
I'm just gonna.
Because I can't hear what he's saying.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that they hate everybody.
See, I was gonna say that they like him because I feel like Antifa look like they're in Ministry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They dress like that.
Wait, what about the Kit Cope thing?
Dude. He's just fucking with people. I don't know. I don't want to be a part of it, so I'll try to get out of it.
Okay, gotcha.
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah.
What's the shithole world map poster?
I don't know. What is that?
Oh, is that?
Oh.
Everything is a shithole except for... No, it looks like Australia's okay.
Is it?
Wasn't there?
No, we're a shithole.
What's that other little white thing? Now there's something down in the south too.
Yeah, it's scary.
What is that? Like the Galapagos?
Yeah.
Oh, that's their logo. Gotcha. I thought I'd found a non-shithole nation somewhere in the deep South Atlantic, but nope. Gotcha. That's
a angry T-shirt.
Antarctica seems okay.
Yeah, they are leaving out something there. Wait, did they leave out? Is that? Oh, right, because that's where my wife is from.
Alaska is part of America.
Yeah, right? I see that.
Hence,
they did
not a shithole.
Right.
But wait, is there a big? Is there?
My wife was raised there, and she says it is a shithole. So,
is there a streak of shithole running through America?
Oh yeah. We're a shithole. They shitholed California.
They did, but it's not. Well, of course they shitholed us, but it's not just. Like we can't go in any further.
Oh, Vancouver's a shithole. Oh, it's all the snowflakes, right?
Tough crowd. No. I think that's just where the dark people live.
Sorry, I just learned snowflake recently.
No, Texas is not snowflake country.
I know that.
I mean, Austin's a bunch of pussies, but the rest of it's all man.
I was thinking about, instead of going overseas for vacation, I was thinking about going to Austin and living there for a week and surfing that fake wave. I actually contemplated going there instead, but I feel
you can do both.
But I feel like if you go there, it's just like a bunch of dickheads in it. You know what I mean? It'd be like a Disneyland ride. Like you're probably not. You're gonna, because that was why I got into surfing, and then someone's like, "Yeah, there's a wave here in Malibu," and I'm like, "Everybody's a dick." I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Oh, I would think that this would be a different kind of shithead, but I think people would still be annoying there. I think you'd want to go at off hours if there is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. During the week, so it's like work day. I'm in there.
Yeah.
Like while they're at school, I'm in the green room.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what to do. Is just take a week off before the kids get out of school and just go down there Monday through Friday. Just catch some
localize it. That's
catch
right.
Some tasty waves.
Fucking tasty.
Wave ball. Yeah.
Man, you're speaking my language, bro.
Yeah.
Tasty waves.
Hey, speaking of flames, this is a news story from over the holidays that I missed because we weren't here. I believe this is real. It's from Jalopnik. A smart car exploded because a
Put
driver...
gas in the wrong hole.
Yeah.
What a moron.
Well, yes, of
I mean,
course.
It says it on the thing when you get a new car.
The weird thing, though, is that the hole for the air in the smart car and the hole for the gas are like the exact same hole on opposite sides.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, but one's got to have a lid on it, right?
Yeah, I mean, come on. There's got to be some. Yeah, obviously it does not just like a gas hole on each side, but I've never dealt with a smart car because I'm at least that much of a man. But it does say Jalopnik, which is like the auto site, are like kind of this is on the design as well because this little black hole thing. There's matching ones on either side.
Agreed. But a brand new car with the thing that's open, it's a bit suspect. We have to get back to the flamethrower because one person thinks I suck and one person thinks he sucks.
Great, let's do it.
I'm going to make them argue with each other. Tate. Man, I wish you had a better argument, but Lee, you're on the phone.
No, he's right. You're more American than me.
Lee agrees with Tully and thinks that it's stupid. Lee, what do you have to say to Tate? I'm not. Yeah, I agree with you, Tate. America.
Yeah. Yeah, I think America is winning this argument.
Yeah, I think Tully's like Russian or something. Wait, they're down with America, right? Oh my God, okay. It's great to have you guys on the air dueling it out. Man, maybe I shouldn't get a flamethrower.
I didn't say you shouldn't get a flamethrower.
No, you just said what's the point in having one?
I said really honestly, because what I didn't want to say was, come on, man, what are you going to do with a flamethrower? So I just said, honestly, seriously, what will you do with a flamethrower? Because it actually seems like it's such a good idea in theory, but I think most people will run out of shit to do. And I expected that you'd go, oh, are you kidding? I'll do this and this and this and this and this and this. And I'd go, oh, okay, I get it. Because my imagination is not very flamethrower oriented.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. That's what happened. I'm going to hire somebody to dump snow at my house.
See, let me go back to that. That is so fucking
and then I'm coming out to melt it.
If you just walk out in the snow and it's done and you just go right back inside your house, I would buy one for that.
Greg, welcome to the show. Final calls if anybody wants to call, 855-ELLIS41. Yeah, that was wild. It's the only thing that might even be more wild about it is it just seems to happen. I don't know why, but it's very nerve-wracking. You know, I don't like when somebody's like that and you have so much. You know, I mean, you're kind of like, wait, is that who that is? And you got to sort of distract yourself from that and try to ask questions. And then I'm like, man, this guy is super irritated and barely here right now. So there was a lot of things inside my head. Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, and going strong, man. I mean, dusting kids. I don't see that guy. Thanks for the call. I don't see like youngsters keeping up with him. I feel like they're just on another level of.
Yeah, no, it's trite to say, but they literally don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah, now I think I understand why when people say that. Joe, welcome to the show. Oh, in the behind probably. But it's
I don't
really
think so.
cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being gay. So
Yeah, but is one of them more gay?
no, but I just want to clarify for listeners that might have found him to be a little rude. He's, he knows that I'm a bit of a gay guy, so some people might not know. Is it gay? Because it's was it gay or it's not a bad thing. That's all I'm trying to say. So yeah, maybe I would say sucking a dick is probably easier to accomplish. You have to put a little work into taking it in the butt. So that would just mean that you worked more on gay sex, which would make that more gay than the sucking of the dick. Unless you had really bad anal and you sucked a mean dick. Then you could be more gay by sucking the dick than bottoming the penis.
Yeah, there's definitely a.
Do you see what I'm saying
an
there?
especially gay way to suck a dick.
That's right. You could be like, you could be taking the anal and not having fun at all. Not gay. And then you could be like,
let's just assume you're down for it all the way. Yeah, I'm gonna say that the actually receiving anal sex is. That's pretty much the height of homosexuality.
You have no idea.
Yes, I do.
Andrew, welcome to the show. 855 Ellis 41. Anybody can call. Go ahead. Hey. All right. What's up, man?
Originally I called about the flamethrower just to say you probably don't want to shoot food with it because it's basically like soaking that gasoline before you burn it.
Yep. But it looks cool.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about a propane grill.
Yeah, but propane's a much cleaner.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Hank Hill.
Anyway. Yeah, the band broke up, dude, and then it got all weird. So then. You mean like the single track or whatever? That's all him, man. He played that in his house a long time ago, and I was like, dude, you've got to do that on the radio. And I feel like, I told him to do it on the radio, but he's the one that had the tracks. So for me to like find more tracks and do it, that's not how I play the game. I feel like that's his bit. So, and it was a real good bit. He's a talented guy. But he's also fucking hard to deal with, and so am I. So we're done. Thank you. I wish nothing but the best for him, though. Trevor, welcome to the show. What? Oh, fuck.
Oh, we gotta go.
So I gotta go. Don't die.
Sorry, bud.
Just gonna Joe Perry myself into another hour of radio.
Right?